All right, great day, everybody. Welcome to the Boring Business Summit Part
Let's go.
2. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Bruce, who's going to be co-hosting with me today, sales extraordinaire. Everybody, type in where you are at. Let's go. Big energy. I need everyone to stand up. I know you're at home. I need you to stand up anyway. Stand up. If you can mute your, is that me or you? Is that, oh, that's me. All right. Stand up. Big energy. Boring Business Summit Part 2. Shout out where you are at in the world. Shout out what brought you here. Shout out what you're trying to learn. And shout out who you are. So this is a big energy kind of day. This is for people who have a need to get ahead, who are tired of the same old, who are trying to get to the friggin' money. This isn't pretty. This isn't the passion contest. This is who's trying to get to the money. Who's trying to get to the money? I need you to stand up. I need you in the chat to tell me where you are from. How did you find out about this? And what are you looking to learn? My man Bruce is in the background. He'll be joining in a second. Bruce, tell me when you're ready to hop on stage, Bruce. Let's go in the chat. Let's go. So here's why I created this. I knew that the world is changing. People are over pretty. They're over flashy. They want to know, how do I get money? Jobs are being wiped out. How do I still get money? Whole industries being wiped out. How do I still get money? That's what we're bringing to you. Bruce, I want you to give your 2 cents on this right here. Let's go. I think you're muted, Bruce.
There it is. Hey.
Let's go, Bruce. Let's go.
Everybody tapped in live on a Saturday, man.
I
don't know if you realize you're just a few hours from changing your entire life. And I can guarantee that. I can't change your life for you. You can change your life for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this concept because right now it's views, it's likes, it's going viral. But man, boring businesses still win.
Woo.
One of our good friends, he was on the last boring business stuff. He's got a cleaning business. That's boring. You're not gonna live stream that. You're not gonna day in the life. But I'll tell you what, he don't ever call me asking for gas money.
Woo.
He never does. Sometimes boring wins. Boring wins. And you know what
that
else?
friend, he was just on vacation celebrating his 40th birthday party with his 40th birthday party and 10-year anniversary with his wife and 2 kids. I'm not gonna say what he made while he was on that trip, but if you guys knew what he made on the trip, you would start a cleaning business today. So we have our first guest here. So this is one of the industries that I think, this is one of my favorite industries to talk about, to get into. Home inspector.
Ooh,
how many homes get sold a day, a month, a year? How many homes get bought? Even sometimes on a refinance. How many homes need a home inspection? It's recommended that everybody get a home inspection that buys a house.
Absolutely.
I'll say this, and then everyone to stand up. If you're at home, stand up. I don't care where you are, stand. We need high energy, high energy, high energy, high energy, high energy. I would rather be a home inspector than be a realtor any day of the week. I would rather be a home inspector than be a realtor any day of the week, and I'm not dumping on my realtor friends. That's my realtor friends. But this one, whether the house is bought or sold, loan gets closed, you still get paid. I've been a realtor. You could be driving around Westchester County, Rockland County, showing 10, 20 houses. They changed their mind. Like, you changed. I got you the price. I got you the money back at closing. We got everything. You don't get paid. No. Home inspector, you're getting paid. So shout out to my man Michael, represent New Jersey. Michael in the building. Shout out to Michael. Let's go, Michael. Let's talk to us, brother.
What's going on? How you doing, brother? Man, Andre, it's good to see you once again. And you are absolutely right. in the real estate transaction, very many people might get paid. Their pay might be in limbo. If I work that day, I'm getting paid. And not only am I getting paid, I'm getting paid that day. I'm not waiting for the closing table. I'm not waiting for things to go through. You pay me my money today.
Wow.
Whoa, talking nice from this jump. I love it.
Michael,
Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are. Tell them what is a home inspector.
All right, everyone. First of all, thank you for having me on, Andre. I appreciate you having me on again. My name is Michael Shine. I am the owner and founder of Shine & Sons Home Inspections. We are the premier home inspection company in New Jersey, and we're branching out to other states coming near you. Now, a home inspection is a third-party set of eyes on your potential real estate investment. What that means is I'm the only person who don't care if you buy the house. I don't care. The loan officer cares, your realtor cares. Your realtor really cares if you buy that house. I don't. I got no stake in it. I'm going to give you straight facts because I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about anyone else's opinions. You're going to get a factual breakdown of what's going on with the home, from your structure, what your roof is looking like, your electrical system, your your heating and cooling system, any leaks in the property, any hidden damage that they try to hide, because they try to hide stuff from me all the time and it never works.
Uh-oh.
Nah, I got some stories. But you also want to make sure that you're getting a home inspection because, again, we're going to be honest, not everybody is above board. People are going to try to get over on you, especially in real estate. People will try to hide things. People will try to hide damage. People will try to pass on their problems onto you to make it your responsibility. And it is your responsibility as a prospective home buyer, as a prospective real estate investor, to make sure that you have someone who's on your side going over that property to protect your investment. Because once you sign on the dotted line, any of them problems, you own them. Let me look at it for you.
Michael, you said you get paid when the deal closes at night and you get paid the same day.
Same day.
Give us the numbers, if you remember them, from your last 5 home inspections, and can you give us an estimated time of how long they took you to complete?
Okay. So all of my home inspections are between 2 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Like, that's flat. If I'm going longer than 4 hours, it's a large investment property or it's a multiple unit type of deal. And those are special. So my last 5 residential transactions of no less than 850. That was my smallest one. And then my largest one over the last 5 was my 1850.
Damn. Okay, so let's just pause right there for a second. Low end 850, high end 1850. So we can just call that $1,000 a pop, 2 to 4 hours. So we're at $250 to $500+ an hour, rough numbers.
Correct.
Right. I want to know in the chat who's getting paid that much at their job currently. And I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. I just want to know who's getting paid that much. And did this industry that you are into, Michael, did it require a college degree?
The industry that I am in did not require a college degree. It required some education on my part, but it did not require actual college classes. It required a high school diploma, the training school, which is separate from college, a national home inspector's exam, and some licensing and insurance qualifications.
So start to finish, how long did it take you to get that license?
Start to finish for me was 16 months. The other 4 months I spent waiting was my state sitting on the paperwork. For some reason, I had to call some people and get some movement. But once I was able to do that, I was able to get rolling.
So you're telling me in less than 2 years, let's call it 1.5 years, I could give myself a raise?
Absolutely. 100%.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
850. How do you get paid? Is it check, cash app, wire, ACH? How do you get paid?
So I try not to take checks. only because and it's not, I don't worry about people bouncing stuff like that, but I've literally had someone, as they were signing the check, they accidentally squiggled some of the lining down to those bottom numbers, and then I couldn't auto deposit a check. I had to drive all the way to my bank. That was a bit of a hassle, so I try not to take checks. Outside of that, I do take cash. Cash is king. I'll take that all day. And I also try to take electronic payments. I try to stay away from Cash App. Try and stay more to Zelle. It's just easier for my accounting purposes.
Okay. Why did you pick this industries out of all industries to get into, Michael?
I picked this industry because I bought a home back in 2021. And as a cable installer at the time, I was used to climbing around attics and crawl spaces and just being in different people's homes doing my work. And then to watch the home inspector go around and do what he did, I realized that I could do that. I could do cashier's checks only. Absolutely. Yes. Cashier's checks only. None of that other stuff. But where was I? As I was walking around with the home inspector, I realized I could do what he did. I was like, okay, I could do this, but it wasn't really, I wasn't really thinking that I should do this. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could do this. But then at the end of the inspection, he had been in my house for about 2.5 hours and I had to hand him $700. If you see somebody else work for 2 hours and then you hand them hundreds of dollars for that couple of hours worth of work,
make your brain.
If you're not already at a level to where you can do that, and if you're not already at a level where you can produce like that, having to pay someone else that can produce like that is going to turn a light bulb on in your head, or you're just blind. There's no way that you could watch somebody. There's no way that I could be at a factory. And I've been a factory where I'm not down turking my factory workers. I have done that line work, bottle capping, hard finger cutting, done that. But if you can work that job for $20 an hour, whatever it is, make your check, go home, and then see somebody make your week in a couple of hours,
it does something to you. But let me ask you this. So there's 3 things that stop people from getting to where you are right now. One, they're going to ask themselves, is it worth it? The second, and you already told me, if I can make $850 in a session, that's not a bad week for some people, right? So, well, first of all, is it worth it? The second, is it possible? That's the big one. People have to believe, can it happen? And then the third one is it possible for me?
Come on, Bruce.
Okay.
That's the big one. A lot of folks are like, well, yeah, Zuckerberg,
come on, Bruce,
billionaire before he was a kid, but I couldn't do that. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. They're not to be rude, but this is for someone who's on the fence. Like, well, it sounds nice for Michael, sounds nice for Andre, sounds nice for Bruce. So Michael, did you end up getting a college degree?
I'm in college now.
He's in school now.
He does now get in college.
I'm in school. I'm 30. I'm 38 years old. I'm taking summer classes, thinking about the homework I got to do later on today.
Somebody type in the chat. It's never too late.
All right. Let's go, Bruce. Let's go, Bruce.
Okay, so you don't have a college degree. Okay. Now, do you mind me asking you about 6'10", 6'7"? You're a real athletic guy. Maybe you could have gone to the NBA or something like that.
You said what now? Oh, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6'1".
Okay. So above average. Would you consider yourself a particularly intelligent person, like Einstein level?
Einstein's not fair. I never had problems in school. Like I never had the only problem in school was I was bored. I would get bored and stuff, but it's not like I'm some super genius. I have to study. I'm taking business classes right now. It's a lot of math classes. If I don't study, I'm gonna fail. I've seen that. If I don't study properly for quizzes and stuff, I fail just like anybody else. I am nobody. I am not somebody to look at and say, I could never be that guy.
Ooh, there it is.
Do not look at me and say I could never be that guy. Because first of all, I ain't nobody without God. That's number one. And number two, the places I have been in, the hells I have sat through, I want everybody to win. So yeah, you can be me. Man, matter of fact, you could be better than me. Please be better than me.
That's it. That's all I wanted to hear. It's possible, and it's possible for you listening to this right now. If you listen to the replay, don't put yourself, don't give yourself an excuse not to win. Don't give yourself an excuse not to succeed. Okay, so you're a cable inspection guy, so you're doing the same work, right? Running around the house, but you're getting paid a lot less. You did manage to buy a home, and then you fork over this $700. You're like, man, I wish that money was going this way into my pocket. Now, a lot of people will stop right there. Say, man, I wish I was making $700 for 2 hours. And they go do the exact same things they did last week. When did you take action?
So that's actually a really good question.
That is a good question. Shout to Bruce real quick for the questions. Bruce has actually a book. I want everyone to go buy Bruce's book. Bruce is going to drop the link. I want everyone to go buy Bruce's books. After you buy the book, say book bought. Michael, or you.
Definitely. I'll drop that in the chat. I'm going to pick that up too. But I bought my house. That was July 2021. Like I said, I was working cable at the time. I got a phone call in November 2021. Ooh, I remember that Tuesday afternoon.
Let's go, Mike.
Woo! My boss called me, and these jokers had the nerve to tell me that not only was our 8-hour shifts going to mandatory 10-hour shifts, but our 2 days off were going away, and there was no extra compensation for any of that.
Pause.
I have so many unfriendly words for what they can do and where they can go with that stuff. But once that happened, I told the family, I was like, you know what? I got to tighten my belt, and things are gonna be tight for a little bit. But I have to lock in, and I've got savings, and I've got other stuff that's built up from my time in the military, and I need to lock in for a little over about a year or so, and I'm gonna change because this can't work.
And how old were you, Michael, at that time?
Oh God, 33. All
right, here's why I asked that question. I don't know what it is with people thinking that they're old when they're 26, 42, 35. Can I do this? Am I too old? I'm like, yo, fam, are you dead? If you aren't dead, you can pivot. Type in the chat, not dead, can pivot. And stand up to IRAP. Type in the chat, not dead, can pivot. Nothing is stopping you from pivoting. Oh, I got kids. How many kids do you have, Michael?
I got 3 kids. I don't want to hear that. And my kids got more energy than your kids. I don't want to hear you better not say you can't do it because you got kids. I started this transition with a toddler.
Come on.
And that was my 3rd child. So no.
I need everybody to realize if the ticker is still ticking, a change can be made. Bruce, you had a question, Bruce.
You touched on part of it. I was going to say people are too busy. That's one of my favorite excuses. The other one, though, and I don't want to get into your pockets, but you said you were working the line. You mind sharing how much were you making an hour at that time?
Oh, what was it? That's before the military, so less than 14 an hour.
And your parents leave you a nice little trust fund, a couple million in there. No. Okay, I'm asking this on purpose.
What is that? What even is that?
I actually don't know. I saw it in a movie once.
Yeah, for real. I heard those words before. I don't really know what they mean.
Yeah. I just know there's someone that says, man, I'm too busy. And
they trusted me to fund my own life. That's what they did.
Talk about it.
That's a bar. Someone says, man, I don't make a lot of money. And honestly, if you're not making enough money to live the life you want, is the exact reason you need to make some more money. It's not the reason not to make money.
Let's talk about it.
You were working 8 hours. And you had 2 days off.
12 to 16.
Then they bumped it up, right? They bumped it up to mandatory 10s.
Yes.
And you lost a day off. So you're working more, getting paid the same. That can't be legal. Moving on. And so you decided, if anyone's ever read the book, Think and Grow Rich, step 7 is decide. You decided, man, I'm not putting up with this. You start, what'd you do from there?
I'd been thinking about home inspection literally ever since I handed that dude that $700. I had been thinking about it. He's actually my mentor now. And I had been thinking about it almost every day since it had happened. But that annoyance of me going into, and I went into work and just it's like I had the worst possible day of work to have. And then I come home and get that phone call. It's like God was just gonna say, I'm gonna irritate you until you fall into this new realm. Because I know he's the people I have come across and the things that I have started doing ever since I came into this space have let me know that God has definitely put me on this path. But he irritated me and he made me so uncomfortable. I couldn't stay where I was.
Let's talk about it.
Like he made my days longer and he took my days off away. So I'm not going to have no time with my family, no time to see my kids grow up. That's the same thing that I was crying out for as a young boy from my own father. It's like he worked all the time. We were provided for, don't get me wrong, but I wanted a relationship with my dad that I didn't really get until I was an adult. And I refused to let I got 2 boys and a girl. I refused to let them go through that. I want them to know me. So when that happened, I knew that it was going to take away all my freedom. So I built the freedom for myself. As we're sitting, I don't know if you guys can see this background around me. I'm in my vehicle. I'm sitting here having this summit with you guys while my family and my kids are running at their track meet right now. I have the freedom to take an appointment and a conference whenever I want because I'm the only person who tells me when I'm working.
Talk to me nice.
That's the kind of freedom that you can only build for yourself, and I want everybody to build it for themselves.
Damn.
There's a lot to unpack there. The first question I'm gonna ask, this is for the chat. This is for everyone watching this live or a replay. How long are you gonna complain about your life until you change your life? How long? Because a lot of us aren't happy with where we are. And I understand that. That's not even complaining. You're just not happy with where you are. What are you going to do about it? Wouldn't it be nice on a Saturday to say, you know what, I'm going to help my buddy Andre out. We're going to do this summit live. Oh, I can. I got to work an extra shift this weekend. I'm sorry, kid. I can't make it to your track meet. I love you. Send me some pictures. I got to go to work. That's lame.
Everybody in the chat, did you go buy Bruce's book? After you buy the book, say bought. Michael, can you give us numbers of what you made in May?
May is not over yet, so I didn't really do the booking yet because May's not done yet.
Hold on. That was a flex. He said, Dre, I can make more money today and tomorrow, bro. Like, why are you minimizing?
I'm legit. I could make some more, but before tomorrow, it's my daughter's birthday, so probably not. But tomorrow, I could still stand to make a little bit. I'm gonna close out May. I'm gonna close out May just shy of $25,000.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Let's go. Boring businesses. How many of y'all have never even heard of a home inspector before? Maybe say, I'm not buying a house. You never heard of a home inspector before. That's fine. That's why we hold these things. There's no shade here. That's why we're here.
Big money. 25K roughly from a business that took you. How much would you say it took you in education and everything to start? Education, licensing.
So initial startup and ongoing costs, like to acquire new licenses and stuff, that's a little bit different. But to get to where I am right now with all my licenses and education and everything, probably around $12,000, probably around $10,000.
Okay.
So you made that money back within 2 weeks of working this month. That is crazy.
And that's over time though, right? That wasn't
oh yeah, that was over time. My initial investment, my initial schooling investment for like the initial base home inspection license in New Jersey, insurance setups and initial schooling tooling and stuff like that, that was probably closer to $6,000. And then over the last couple of years, I gained my mold inspection license. That was $1,400 for the license, but I charge $475 every time I do it.
So 3 of those, let's call it 3.5. It's paid for itself.
And I assume that most people do get a mold inspection, right? Or close to most?
It's about 50-50.
50-50. 25K is real. So let's just say that your kids are older and they are juniors or seniors in high school. Would you encourage them to go to college or to get into business with you?
I have already started my sons in getting into business with me. They don't really have a choice about it to kind of put their names on a thing. As far as going to college, I would want, because I'm a parent and I know how I am, I would want them to have the experience of going to college. If they can do it in such a way that it's not going to incur massive debt for themselves, of course, daddy's going to help. But I'd want them to experience that, but not for finding a career or anything like that. Go to college for the experience go to college for the experience of growing into an adult. Do it for that. But as far as finding a business, finding your dream job or getting the education for exactly what you're going to want to do for the rest of your life. No, I don't think that college serves that purpose anymore. I really don't.
Times have changed. And look, I don't know of many careers that are paying $25,000 a month. I just don't know of many, period. And to be able to do this without a master's and a PhD, it just shows you how much opportunity is out there. Brother Michael, your best kind of clients, your worst kind of clients. Shoot.
Worst kind of clients. We're gonna start with them. Worst kind of client. The worst kind of clients, and it's not really from the client. It's not really from the client side. It's actually, we'll go with client. My worst kind of clients are the ones that want a discount on my home inspection fee and then have the nerve.
Come on now.
To ask for my base home inspection is $600. You ask for a discount on that. And then you ask me to add on ancillary services that cost extra on top of the $600, which you ask for a discount on. You want me to provide them services for free. I had a client ask me to provide mold testing for free. The mold testing that I charge $475 for that. The reason I charge $475 for that is I might spend $150 just in lab fees getting this stuff analyzed. Like, I have to pay for that. It's not free. The lab's not working for free.
Customers that want discounts, you could tell me, Bruce and Michael, in your opinion, customers who ask for discounts, it usually never stops. It's just always something else, something else, something else. Am I exaggerating, or you guys think I'm accurate?
Let's put it like this.
100% on, brother.
You're going to run into a different person at Walmart than you enter Target.
I believe you are 100% accurate with that. And because it's not just they want a discount. Now they want the discount and they want extra service. They want extra service provided for free. And then they want to be on top of you for either during the inspection, or they want to ask for, oh my gosh, you're going to ask for a discount and you're going to get the report. I get home. I do the inspection. I finish my inspection at 2 p.m. I get home 3 p.m. 3:45. You're already asking me about the report. What do you? First of all, I said 24 hours. I said that to you when I left the site. Second of all, you are the last person I would ever consider rushing for. Don't get me wrong. I have realtors who can reach out to me. And I have realtors who can reach out to me and they can jump the line of my schedule. They can ask for a report and they'll get it within a couple of hours, because those are the realtors who've sent me so much business. I'm like, hey, look, we're friends at this point. You can call it a personal line. because you've sent me so much business. You have fed my family for a while. So me and you, yeah, I will move things around for you. But random Joe Blow who doesn't even appreciate the work I'm doing and then wants 10 discounts is like, man, if you don't wait.
It never stops. And I see
There's a business
one of
lesson in
my
that.
top students in my community. And what I told Maya early on, and she stuck to it, is being the cheapest, you get the worst clients. It never stops. It's a cycle of bad and bad and bad. And a lot of people have a limited belief problem. So this is from our community. They think that, well, I wouldn't pay somebody this, or why would somebody pay me this? Am I worth this? I'm new. Fam, charge the most. Be in the top 10% of all people in your industry, charge the most. Watch how your life improves.
Oh, dang, man. Now you dropping gems for me, bro. Shoot, I got to write that down. Now I got to up my prices again.
So who are your favorite kind of clients, Michael? Who are your go-to clients for referrals? Who do you love working with the most?
I love working with first-time home buyers who understand that my job is there to make things safe for them, and they appreciate it. They're asking questions, but it's not overbearing and over top and distracting me from my work. They're just they're curious about what's going on, and I can appreciate that 100%. They pay. They don't have problems paying. They're asked. They're have questions about the report because I'll spend a few hours writing that up, and then I send it to you. If you don't have any questions for me, I know you didn't read it. And if you didn't read it, you're going to have a problem in 2 years because I said to do something on page 42 that you never read. And now you're yelling at me. And I got to remember who the heck you are.
I didn't even think
pull up your report and be like, well, I said something on page 42. Did you ever take care of that? But yeah, my favorite types of clients are the first-time home buyers who appreciate the scope of what I'm doing and that I'm there to take care of their families.
That's wonderful. Now, home inspection.
Them and cash investors. Oh my God, I love cash investors.
Why is that?
Because they don't just as badly as the discount people are, as bad as those guys are, the cash investors are the exact opposite. They'll have questions, but they're paying the fees up front. They'll wire it to you, send you a cashier's check, or oftentimes I'm paid before I even show up to the site.
Come on now.
I mean, you get paid before you go.
They're taking care of payments because it's a little issue for them, and they don't like little issues. They want results, and I'm there to give them the results. And if my result, which is my payment, is held up, they know that their results are going to be held up.
Yep.
And so to eliminate all of that, half the time before I even pull up to the site, hey man, I wired it to you.
Done.
It's done and done. That way I get home, I get the report knocked out. I have an investor client where he knows within 2 hours of me getting back to my laptop, he will have his report.
But see, premium clients can get premium service.
There we go. Not all homes require a home inspection from the lender. Right, Mike?
Correct.
People can skip on a home inspection. Why is it absolutely insane for people to skip?
No, you said insane. I'm going to use a different word. It's retarded. Don't do it. I know we're not using that word no more, but I'm going to bring it back for this one time. It's the most retarded thing you could possibly do. And I don't mean to make fun of anybody, but literally you have mental problems. For most people, most Americans, buying a home is the most expensive thing you're ever going to do.
Most people, yeah.
Most people. That's just a fact. It's what's going to be the most important. It's one of the most expensive things you ever do. Why on earth, if you are willing to get the insurance on your dang cell phone? I bet you if Nike had an insurance policy, you'd get them on the Jordans. And you wouldn't buy a pair of Jordans. If you was in the store buying a pair of Jordans, you'd look at them before you purchased them. If they were scuffed up, you wouldn't get them. Home inspection is the only time you can get to thoroughly look through your home before you purchase it. Not doing that is akin to going in blind. You're going in blind, and whatever problems the home comes with, congratulations, you now own those. If there's a buried oil tank under the property, congratulations, that's $40,000 out your pocket. If your roof is bad, that's another $20,000. Do you need a new water heater? Congratulations, that's about $3,000 on a low end. Do you have leaks throughout your property? Congratulations, now you're going to have these wood framing members repaired. That's thousands of dollars. My inspection fee is never as much as the repairs it's going to cost if you don't get it. Never. There will never be a time where you pay me more than you would pay for someone coming to fix the stuff that I find. Doesn't happen.
I got one more for the list.
Home inspection, Brother Bruce.
There's some really shout out to the Hard Dogs to start a cleaning business. Shout out to our buddy Mike for having a home inspection business. You want to start a business that people are going to need over and over again.
Come on now.
A lot of people, they want to do a design firm. Shout out to my creators, right? But if I don't have a Canva design, I'll be okay. I still get them. But you're telling me if I don't get a home inspection, it can cost me tens, $20,000s of dollars. You got to have the place has got to be clean. Depending on the business, that's going to be a liability issue. So there's somebody who's like, well, I don't want to get a home inspector. Home sales are down. And I tried to find the numbers for just May, but last year there's 4 million homes sold in the U.S. That sounds slow. I don't know. But here's my point. You just need 0.01% of those, and you'll be a millionaire. You don't even have enough time. So I want y'all to think in abundance. I want y'all to think in possibilities. What's something that people are going to need over and over again? People are going to keep buying houses. Even if you can't buy a house right now, I don't want you to think no one else is buying a house. Find a way to serve people that have a need, because they're going to pay you. They're going to call you. Realtors, they got to chase people around. They got to beg them like, oh, sign this listing with me. People call Mike. His phone rings. All he has to do is make sure.
You guys hear me?
We can now.
Yeah.
I cannot hear Bruce at all. I can hear you, Andre.
You can hear me? Bruce, how about and how back in? All right. Some states have different regulations that might be good or bad, depending on who you ask. What is the simplest path in a generalized state? Because you don't know every state's requirements off the top of your head. How can somebody get started in this? What's the simplest path?
The basic way, if they're starting in home inspection, you want to find yourself a reputable home inspection school. Just about every state's going to have some type of school, official school, where you can go to learn the trade of home inspection. Because even if your state's not licensed or doesn't require certification, you still need to know the physical aspects of the job. And a school is going to be the best way for you to pick those up. Outside of that, your school is also going to be able to tell you what the licensing requirements or certification requirements are, and they'll be able to help you with those requirements. So say, for example, for the state of New Jersey, I needed 140 classroom hours and also 40 field hours before I could even sit for the national exam, which you also have to take. My school was able to help me out with, of course, the classroom hours, and they were able to assign me mentors for my field training. After that, you also need to take the National Home Inspector's exam, which your school will help prepare you for. And then, of course, there's the insurance requirements and stuff like that. But your biggest thing, you need to find yourself a reputable home inspection training academy or school in your state.
All right. So that's step one. Once they get licensed or learn the information, how do they get clients? Give us the top 3 to 5 ways to get clients.
Oh man, I'll give you. See, I'm gonna give you three of the top five. I'll give you them three because, as you know, you actually might not know this. July 1st, my home inspection academy opens. I
We
can't give
finally
you all the
live.
sauce. I can't give you all the sauce.
We finally live.
What? What's that?
I said we're finally live.
We're finally live, brother. Man, so there are education requirements that hit me up that I didn't know. I had to have certain licensing in order to be able to teach this stuff. Like, oh, I'm learning so I learned some new stuff. Okay. But yep, July 1st will be rocking. But as far as gaining clients, as Andre said, that you don't want to, as Andre said, Andre, at the beginning of this conversation, you said that you would much rather be an inspector than a realtor. As an inspector, realtors are some of my best friends. I'm constantly engaging with realtors, interacting with them. I'm showing up to their open houses. I'm showing up to their seminars that they give. I'm asking for permission to speak at home, open housing events and stuff like that. I stay connected with real estate agents because that is one of the biggest sources for clients that you're going to have, because that's where all the clients are at. They're all with the realtors. Another way that I like to get clients is I have you can host not host networking events. You can host what's called a home buyers workshop, where you can invite different people in the area, or you can have it online and just invite people to a hall or breakfast hall, something like that, provide them for some food and give them the education of what it takes to become a homeowner. There's the loan officer, there's different steps for the title, there's different steps for the different agencies that you have to go through. And of course, I speak on my home inspection portion. And anyone who's there, of course, I receive their contact information and I'm able to reach out to them and then able to reach out to me. But my favorite way of gaining clients, I'll pop up to the real estate schools. I pull up to the places where the new real estate agents are being created. The people who have no pipelines, the guys that no one cares about, because everyone wants the famous realtors with the $1 million listings and the celebrity clients and stuff like that. Give me the ones fresh out the mud. Give me them, because they appreciate you and they'll stick with you and they'll be loyal. I have a realtor who I met coming out of real estate school in 2023. She's never even thought of using someone else. The concept's never even occurred to her. I don't even know if she knows if other home inspectors exist. She doesn't care, because I found her while she was in school. I was able to pour into that class and educate that class. I brought them some pizza and some donuts or something, and she's been locked in with me for 3 years.
I'm going to pause you right there, Michael. You do something that I talk about all the time. It's the extra mile, the it factor. It's amazing how much money you can generate when you spend $50-$75 on some donuts, some pizza, some coffee, some soda. These little gestures that 90% of people would never do can set you apart tremendously in any industry. Damn, that's good right there. That's good. Bruce, any questions for Michael?
Why did you start Academy? No, we're still not.
He asked you, Michael, is when did you start, or made you start the Academy? And Bruce was the question.
Is it when do I start the Academy?
We lost you, Bruce. All right, so let's ask you two questions. When did you start? When are you starting? You said July. I'm gonna ask you, how much is it gonna be, and what made you start it?
What made me start it was I met you, man.
I wasn't.
It was World Weekend, brother. When I met you last year, I met you and another good brother, Demetrius Walker. It was both of you pouring into me, making me realize that it was something I needed to do, that started me on a path to doing it in the first place. I had people asking me about it and how I started, and I would just tell them. But it was you two brothers who actually put the idea into my head to start this. And 1 year later, here I am.
And let me tell. So I don't think everyone should be a coach at an academy or et cetera. But I think some people should. And this is one of those industries. So I don't think saturation is a real hindrance, but I do think some markets are more of a blue ocean and easier to get into because other people aren't doing it. People aren't doing home instruction like that. They're doing real estate, they're doing house flipping, they're doing Section 8 rentals, but they aren't doing home instruction like this. So yeah, I encourage you at least 5 or 6 times to get on this. So I'm happy. I dropped your Instagram.
You definitely did.
I dropped your Instagram page in the chat for anyone who wants to follow you and sign up. Do you know your price point yet?
I have not finalized my price point. I'm still working numbers. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I'm over delivering on value. That's my biggest thing. I want to make sure that for the price point, I'm over delivering on value.
As someone who knows you, I know you're going to over deliver on value. Michael, we appreciate your time, brother. Shout out to your daughter. Shout out, happy birthday to her. Can you give us any final words before you check out, sir? And for clarity, he's estimated about $25K this month with this boring needs-based business. I want everyone to send this to your kids, send it to your early retired grandfather, grandmother, son, daughter. 25K. All right, Michael, all you.
Last words. Whatever you're thinking about doing, it doesn't have to be home inspection. It doesn't have to be a cleaning business. It doesn't have to be starting a dump truck or starting a storage facility or anything like that. But whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, take a step forward and start. All it takes is one step forward. Take a little bit of momentum. Take some action. And I don't mean scrolling on your phone, wishing. That's not action. I'm not talking about Googling what the requirements are and stopping there. If you want to open a cake business, if you want to start a business where you're baking cakes for people, go buy some pans and get some flour and open a recipe and start cooking. If you want to open a garage, start changing tires. Take action towards your goals and your dreams, because you're going to wake up tomorrow wishing you had taken a step forward. You're going to wake up the next day wishing you had taken a step forward. And the next day you're going to wake up taking a step forward until you don't wake up the next day no more. And none of us know when that day is going to be. As successful as I am right now, and as much as I'm enjoying life and growing right now, I could not wake up tomorrow, and that would suck. But what wouldn't suck is the fact that since 2021, I've been taking action every day towards my dreams and my goals. I got 5 years of living the life where no boss is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. 5 years of laughing at anybody who said, "So was that your boss calling me?" No. 5 years of the type of freedom that I could not imagine for myself. And I'm not wealthy by no means, but I'm free. I'm free. And that's good. That feeling, it feels real good. It's worth the effort. It's worth the feelings of self-doubt. It's worth the nights where you question whether or not you're good enough. It's worth the clients falling through. It's worth the business ups and downs, and the weirdness of building a business and your bank account looking like you're not doing anything. It's worth people telling you that you look crazy. It's worth your family coming out telling you need to just go ahead and get a job. Fight through it and take a step forward every day towards your dreams and goals, because you're the only one that can do it. Ain't nobody else going to step towards your dreams but you. So do it. or not. Be boring, whatever.
Shout out to Brother Michael. Instagram page in the chat when he launches the community and book. You got to be the first to know. Brother Michael, appreciate your day. Thank you for the game and congrats on having a $25,000 month. Good brother. I'll see you soon.
Appreciate you, brother. Always good to serve you. You know that.
All right.
Anytime.
My man Michael in the building. Bruce, what did you learn from Brother Michael's great conversation?
Mic check 1 2.
Yep. I hear you. Bruce. You hear me?
Loud and clear. First things first, and you know the name of my business is New Skills, New You. This is why. One new skill will change your life.
Mm-hmm.
He learned to be a home inspector, and now he's talking cash. He said, I don't have a boss. I love it. So the first thing is one new skill. Number 2, take action. I really love what he said, man. Don't scroll about it, Google about it. Go be about it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, add value. He didn't say, oh, will you give me leads, please? He brought some pizza. He shared some education. That's valuable. And then a bonus is his network. He mentioned realtors, old and new. I don't know if you caught this. He mentioned bankers for that refi, and he mentioned investors, right? So he built relationships with folks. So he's not cold calling or DMing people on Instagram, right? He's got relationships that people bring him those opportunities.
Please don't skip over the coffee, donuts, peanut, whatever.
It doesn't matter. Bring something.
No one does this. I mean, 95% of people never give anything. It's always an ask. So you simply giving something, let's say $50 can make you $500,000. Literally. These are literal numbers. Simply giving, and look, not everyone's gonna reciprocate back. And I hate people say, "Oh, I tried it once; they didn't give me anything back." Family, it's the universal thing. It's the universal law of success. The giver gets it back. Maybe not from the individual who they think. Maybe not from someone who they gave to. But the universal law of success never fails. He goes to the school, teaches the class. Oh, here you go. Oh yeah, here goes some cars. Watch how much of a compound effect that has on you. I want to know if you guys have any sales questions in the chat. We have sales extraordinaire Bruce Hill, New Skills New You. Drop your sales question in your chat. I want to know what you guys made in May. Whoever is in business, and I consider anything outside of a 9-to-5 a business, self-employed, whatever. What did you make? And I want to know, how could you earn at least a third more in June? If you made 0, type in 0. I'm fine with that. I want to know what you made and how could you earn at least a third more in June. Bruce, 2 things somebody can do who made, let's say, $700 in May, that they can make at least $1,200 to $1,700 in June. Give that to me.
You can copy and paste this message. Hey, my name is, I help person accomplish one result. Who do you know that you'd be willing to introduce me to?
Ooh, you cool.
That's a big one I use all the time, especially for my introverts, especially when folks say, oh, I don't like selling. Ask for help. Good people love to help you. There's some folks that ignore you. That's fine. They wasn't going to pay you anyway. You say, hey, listen, my name is Bruce.
Again, Bruce, the whole phrase.
So, my name is Bruce. I make sales simple for professional service businesses. Who do you know that you'd be willing to introduce me to that wants some help? That's what. So you'll say, hey, my name is, I help specific person. Don't just say I help people, right? If you help first-time home buyers, say first-time home buyers.
Be direct.
Parents of toddlers, don't say parents, say moms of toddlers or dads of toddlers. So there's a great Black dads group, right? He said, hey, this is specific people. And then help them achieve a result. What result is that? Hey, I make sales simple. That's what I do, right? I teach you to ask better questions. And they say, who do you know that wants some help with that? And you'd be willing to introduce me. People love helping. They love being valuable. So there's some folks that will ignore you, but it's okay. They already wasn't talking to you. you're going to be fine. But there's somebody who says, oh, you know what? We were just talking about this. And it's really fun. And sometimes they'll say, me, how do I get on your calendar? And so the number one thing you can do to make a little bit more than you did last year is not working harder, is not buying some software, is not learning AI, all great things to do. Just ask. Just ask. Tell some more people what you do and ask. That's number one. That's the easiest thing. That's a free thing. Anybody can do that today.
And here's why this works. Because again, nobody does it. People are scared.
Mm-hmm.
People are scared of rejection. They're scared of looking desperate. You're in business. You're supposed to look desperate to an extent. Like the hungriest person wins.
Yeah.
The best marketer wins. The person who's seen the most wins. The person who acts the most wins. People are suffering in their business because they're not asking. Dre, as someone said, Dre, I have anxiety. Okay. I respect people who have medical or psychological. Oh, cool. You can't call 10 people. Can you call 2? Dre, I don't know. I don't want to look a certain way. Fam, your ego, write this down. Has your ego outpaced your money? Oops. Write this down. If you're in the school group, which everyone needs to be in the school group, I'll talk about that later. Has your ego outpaced your money? And for at least 60% of people, they let fear, criticism, fear of rejection, the uncomfortable feeling, anxiety hold them back from money. I'm like, yo, bro, even people who say no or ignore you, they're not thinking about you like that. They're not thinking about you like that. You have let your ego dictate your income. You have let it shrunk your income. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Your ego is costing you money. Man. If you're new here to the YouTube channel, I want everyone to subscribe. You are here for free. Not because I'm the nicest guy in the world, but because we have some wonderful people who have come through and shown support. And one of those is going to be our next speaker. Bruce, I'm going to drop you down for a minute. I'll bring you back in a few seconds. This is somebody who everybody needs to know. And I say that, and I mean it. I know a lot of people. I don't think everyone needs to know everybody. But some people are just got the gift. Some people are on a next level. They think different. They see the world differently, and they know how to get to the manyan. Type in the chat, manyan. They know how to get to the manyan, and they want to bring other people along with them. They don't care if they outpace them. They don't care who gets to shine. They say, hey, look, I think you can do something better or bigger with your life. I want to help you do that. I'm going to say this. In sports, you have generational talents. In business, you have generational talents. I'm going to put this next guy, who's also an event sponsor. So if you're here, thank him and people like him because they made it possible with their money. Not just their words, not just, yo, Dre, yo, this is cool. No, they put manyan behind this. Manyan. You have people like Michael Jordan in sports, Bo Jackson, Jalen Brunson, generational shifters and talents. I put this guy in the same realm. If I say the word influencer, I feel like I'll be devaluing him. I'm going to use community builder, storage facility mastermind, marketing genius. So Jordan, Kobe, Tim Duncan, sports, I'm putting him up here in business. And I'm going to show you a little something too. If you can see my screen in 3, 2, oops. Everyone check out my screen in 5, 4, 3, 2.
What? Street dreams are made up these. Push beamers at 300 E's. A drug dealer's destiny is reaching a key. Everybody's looking.
They told us that we couldn't be millionaires. They told us that we couldn't make it out the hood.
I used to go to the shops. Tell your white people how
everybody's looking for something.
They told us that we was gonna be dead or in jail. When I think about my legacy, I want it to be about impact. I want it to be about opportunity. I want it to be about energy. And when I talk about energy, I want people to have a spark when they're around me. I want them to see something in me that allows them to go out there and be who they need to be.
I've been in the business 9 years. Commercial real estate investor. See, most of us, we losing our own blessings because we want to get the whole pie. We want 100% of nothing.
I got business, credit, real estate. Got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, real estate.
Yo, I need to become more effective in less time. If it takes you 30 years to do something, I need to do it in 5. I'm not trying to wait time 30, 40 years in to retire, get a pension, then go get a second job, and now work up. So for my 31st birthday, I put the work in. I did it the right way.
Now you get another chance, Small. I don't hustle like that. I hustle like this.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Don't think pink gators.
I don't want to be remembered for how much money I made. I want to be remembered for how many people I helped.
Like that, I'm back to the base.
I was able to acquire $140K on business funding.
They've opened so many more doors for me.
Here I am. I will be closing in December with rebranding the stores.
I am a co-owner, a partner in said storage facility.
This is what we do. Cash flowing businesses. I thank you guys so much.
I defied the odds. I built a multi-million-dollar real estate empire before the age of 30. I'm no different than you.
Woo!
Yes,
Talk
sir.
About it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Talk
sir.
about it.
That's
Young Mogul in the building. Everybody, I need you to literally stand up. I'm not talking figuratively. Literally stand up. I don't care if you're at the crib. I don't care where you're at. Stand up. Young Mogul, event sponsor, storage facility millionaire, community 100K plus monthly, and the amount of people who he's helped do the same thing and more is crazy. Mogul, good to have you here, brother. Thanks for joining us.
Man, I am blessed. I am excited to be here with you, man. I appreciate you. Look, I need everybody to put thank you in the chat for my brother Dre. Everybody put thank you in the chat because he's been working diligently over the last month or so, really putting together this event to teach us information and give us the opportunity to be able to learn how to be everyday millionaires, boring millionaires. We don't need to be the best athlete with the best jump shot. You don't need to be the fastest person on the court. You don't need to be a rapper, entertainer. You can be a boring millionaire, the millionaire next door. And I just want to break it down how they could get into the self-storage business and make money with no tenants, no trash, no toilets. Can I do that?
Let's cook. I know you got some. You got some slides, or are you gonna just spit?
I got some slides.
Everybody in the chat, come on! Big energy here. Big energy.
Absolutely. All right, there we go. All right. So if you can you see my screen? You see the slide?
Not yet. I think I gotta do something. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, we got it.
All right, you can see it?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with me in some capacity. You probably see me online, maybe see me on a podcast with Dre. If you're not familiar with at all, you don't know who I am, just put a 2 in the chat. I just want to make sure I get a slight understanding of who's in here, and I don't share too much, but I'm gonna briefly share a little bit about me. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Ramel New Worlds. I am also known as the Self-Storage King. And the reason why I am the Self-Storage King is because I've been able to master a hidden industry, right? We call it the best kept secret in commercial real estate because this is how we make cash flow every single day, not every single month, every single day without the hassle of tenants, trash, and toilets. And ultimately, my goal here today, during the time that I have on this Boring Millionaire Summit, Boring Business Summit, is to teach you how to buy self-storage businesses step by step. And like Dre said, I'm not somebody that just I'm not an influencer, right? I am an actual business owner. I'm a professional and I actually educate. I have a community of over 1,500 people. We've coached thousands of people. We have multiple self-storage millionaires that have come through our program with the help of Dre. He's been able to help some of my students out start their notary businesses. So now when they own mailbox stores and they own self-storage businesses, they now are able to provide notary services thanks to Brother Dre. So I appreciate you. You know, and as you can see here, we've had grand openings for different businesses and we bring the community out and we buy back our communities through boring businesses. So I'm just making this clear because I'm not somebody that's a pandemicpreneur. I am somebody that truly take this serious. I have a passion for this. And we go around and we have events all across the country teaching this phenomenal information that you get here. I am a 2-time author. I have a nonprofit organization where we have a scholarship fund, and every single year we take a group of students and we help them be able to start businesses, go to college. We help them travel all across the world because it's not about always making the money. It's about the impact that we create. I need somebody to type impact in the chat. Somebody type impact in the chat. And I want everybody to know this. It only takes one deal to change everything. It only takes one deal to change everything. Somebody put 1 in the chat. It takes one class like you're on right now. It takes one call with Brother Dre. It takes just one to change everything. And what I'm going to break down to you is my real life. It's not theory. It's what I've done in my real life. So as you can see right here on the left-hand side, this was me, y'all. I did everything that they told us to do. I went to high school, right, in Brooklyn, New York. I got my diploma. And then I went away to college, upstate, SUNY Albany. Those of you that's in New York, you know SUNY Albany. That's where I went to school, and I graduated with my bachelor's in business administration and my minors in communication. So again, I am qualified to teach business because I studied it, but not just, you know, learning business from a college standpoint. I worked in corporate for 6 years. I worked at Pepsi Beverages Company, and I used to fill up the gas stations, the grocery stores, the Targets, the Walmarts, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, busting my ass, filling up these coolers with Pepsi, Starbucks, Gatorade, you name it, all of those drinks. If you ever seen a guy inside the grocery store filling up the shelves, that was me. But this is the thing that changed everything for me, y'all. It's about mindset. And my dad told me something very young. Brother Dre, he said, look, never settle for a job because a job stands for just over broke. I need y'all to put just over broke in the chat. It's very important. My dad said, one stream of income is too close to none. If you have one stream of income and you're relying upon that one job, then you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position because when that job decides to let you go, your entire livelihood can be affected. See, my dad said, son, it's not about not starting with the job. Just don't end with the job. You need to have an exit plan. So I walked into the office every single day with a smile. And people are like, yo, why is this young man so happy working here? You got people that's been there 20, 30 years, pissed off and upset. And I'm smiling because I knew I had an exit plan. I said, I'm going to take my time here at this job and I'm going to learn about marketing. I'm going to learn about organizational structure. I'm going to learn about human resources. I'm going to learn about inventory. I'm going to learn everything here about this business and invest in me. I'm going to take my paychecks and I'm going to go invest in me. I remember I took my paycheck and I was saving up this money and I paid $5,000 for my very first mentorship. Yeah, I need y'all to pick this up because I'm about to give y'all some valuable information. But if you don't take this, none of it is going to matter. I paid $5,000 for my very first mentorship, right? Before I did that, I went to my dad. I said, hey, Dad, I got this guy. He's on YouTube. He's talking about real estate and credit. I'm about to invest. And, you know, I need you to let me know what you think. You know what my dad told me? Somebody let me know in the chat. What you think my dad told me? What you think my dad told me? He said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Exactly. It's a scam. Don't do it. I'll teach you everything you need to know. And I looked at my dad. I said, Dad, I love you so much, but respectfully, you're not qualified to teach me how to go make 7 to 8 figures. Respectfully, I know you're qualified to teach me how to go work a job for 25 years and retire. You're qualified to teach me how to be the best father that I could be, but you're not qualified to teach me how to go make 7 to 8 figures. A lot of us are listening to people who are not qualified to teach us how to get to the next destination. So the first thing you want to do is understand, I need to learn from somebody who's been there, who has done it. Somebody like Dre, who's been there, who has done it. He has the proof. I remember being in Harlem, and I was looking up a notary in Harlem because I had a closing and I needed some documents completed. I looked up the notary services, and they had a mobile notary right upstairs above a Bank of America. I went upstairs. I got the notary services done. Guess what? The person that was giving me the notary services was in Dre's program. I'm like, oh, well, why? I had to call up Dre like, yo, look, I'm with one of your students. That's crazy. Couldn't make this up if I wanted to. So you got to learn from people who's qualified to teach you how to get to the next level. And I paid $5,000 for this mentorship, and that's when I learned everything that I'm going to teach you and more tonight. So, I mean, today. So if y'all ready for me to break down this information and show you how you could buy self-storage and do it without having to put up any of your own money, I need you to put ready in the chat. I want to make sure we here. Like, I need more energy. I need y'all to be fired up because I'm about to give y'all some valuable information. Okay. Now, I got a question. I have a question, right? If I was to show you, this, let's pick this up. Let's see here. All right. If I was to tell you that you could buy an $850,000 storage business without no money out of your own pocket, would you believe me? Let me know in the chat. If I was to tell you that you can buy an $850,000 cash flowing storage business without utilizing any money out of your own pocket, would you believe me? Some people said no. Some people said yes, but how? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how I've done it step by step, right? So I need y'all to get with me. This is exactly how it goes, all right? There's a government loan. There's a government program that's backed. There's a government program that is going to fund you. Now it's actually up to $10 million. I got to change this because as of July 4th, it will be $10 million. But there's a government program that will lend you up to $10 million to buy any small, boring business that's profitable. That boring and that lending program is called the SBA 7A loan. Who's ever heard of the SBA 7A loan? Let me know. Who's ever heard of the SBA 7A loan? Well, if you don't know, the SBA 7A loan has been around since 1953. It's not new. This is a small business loan where you can buy any small business, and guess what? They will finance you up to 90%, which means you only got to come to the table with 10% down. And with the SBA loan program, the reason why I love it so much is because the bank, for example, Key Bank, Live Oak Bank, Navy Federal, these banks will give you the money with the SBA loan program. And the reason why the banks like giving out the money through SBA is because they are guaranteed to get at least 75% of that loan if you default. The government is guaranteeing that Key Bank gonna get 75% of what they give you. So they like to do the SBA route. Another reason why the SBA loan is so powerful is because they will lend you based upon the future income of the business that you're buying. So a lot of times people would say, hey, look, that storage business or that this notary business or this car wash, this laundromat, if I look to go buy this business, I don't have the money and I won't qualify. Well, they're not looking at your money. They're looking at the business and what money the business is making. So if the business can show that it's able to service the debt, then they will approve you. So the bank is looking for the future cash flow of the business to satisfy the debt. Does that make sense? The bank is also doing this. If you're able to show them and say, hey, look, I'm going to buy this storage business and know it's not making the most money right now, I'm breaking even right now, they will still give you the money as long as you can show them that you will be at a 1.25 debt service coverage ratio within 2 years. So what does that mean is if you're bringing in a $10,000 a month, they want to see you at least bring in $12,500 in 2 years. So it's very user-friendly for the newbie. Whether you're buying a business and you don't have the capital, whether the business that you're buying has the capital. Okay? So with this acquisition, I'm gonna give you a live breakdown. This is exactly what I did. And I did this 3 years ago, right? So the self-storage business was $850,000. That was the asking price. Well, not asking price. That was the price I negotiated at. He was asking for $980,000. I ended up negotiating down to $850,000. And that's the whole of the strategy. Brother Dre, you was talking about sales and negotiations. Like you have to master sales and communication if you want to be great in business. All right. Now the gross revenue was $288,000 a year on the walk-in day one. Like just imagine you buying a business and on day one you bringing in $288,000 in gross revenue. Net income $172,000. All right. So stick with me. I'm gonna break this down. This snapshot right here is called an SBA pre-qualification form. So this is what the SBA loan looked like step by step when I was applying. All right. So the commercial real estate, because self-storage is considered real estate. That's why I love it, because you get the best of both worlds. So the real estate is $850,000. Then you have to pay for an appraisal, $18,000, environmental fee. You got some legal fees. You got the title. You got surveys. You got a guarantee fee. And then they also gave me working capital. So I want everybody to keep this at the forefront of their mind. They gave me $55,000 in working capital to help improve the facility in addition to my loan. So my total loan is $945,000, but I have to come to the table with $95,000. Are y'all following me? I just want to make sure y'all with me. My total loan is $945,000 with the purchase price and all of the fees associated and working capital. My down payment is $95,000. How many of us on here right now believe that we have the capacity to come up with $95,000? How many of us believe that? And some of you probably thinking, oh man, $95,000. You told me you did it with no money out of your pocket. You told me you did it with no money out of your pocket. All right, I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you exactly how we did it. So all we need to focus on is the $95,000. We don't need to focus on anything else because SBA is gonna give us the rest of the money. This is exactly how I did it, right? This is a line of credit from M&T Bank. You see the dates. Couldn't make it up if I wanted to. But those of you that could see this, what is that credit limit? That credit limit I have right here on this line of credit through M&T, a simple business line of credit, is $85,000. And the reason why I love lines of credit is because it acts as cash. I can literally withdraw the money from my line of credit to my checking account. So what I did was with this $85,000 credit limit, I would transfer the money over to my bank account. $20,000 at a time, $15,000 at a time, $20,000, $15,000. I would keep moving it over every single day until I pull off the full $85,000 cash. Now I take that $85,000 cash and I go put it towards this $95,000 as my down payment. Now I got $10,000 left. Well, what I did was I applied for a Chase Business credit card, 0% interest for 12 months. That Chase Business credit card, I was able to take the $10,000 off that credit card and use that as the remaining balance for my down payment. So if you pick it up when I'm putting down, how much money did I put out of my pocket so far? Let me know it. For anybody that's following me right now, how much money did I put out of my pocket so far? Zero. So I utilize a line of credit and a credit card. The credit card is 0%. Cool. Now, this is why I love buying boring businesses that already cash flow, because most people, they go and they start a business from scratch and they take on debt to go buy a business from scratch. And then they struggle to pay off the debt. It don't make no sense. But I'm going to give you a better way. Stick with me. So what I did was I bought the business, and this is a snapshot of the rent roll from when I first purchased it. So if you could probably see this all the way at the bottom. I don't know if you can see this or not. Right, all the way at the bottom. That's $23,912 in income every single month, day one on the walk-in. Day one, when I purchased the storage business, it was bringing in almost $24,000 a month. That is why I can take on debt to buy it, because the cash flow is going to service the debt. Now let's do some math, right? Let's do some math. Stick with me. Let's do some math, right? So I leveraged the line of credit. The minimum payment on the line of credit was about $800, $900. That's the minimum payment on the line of credit. And then the minimum payment on the credit card was $150. So you're talking about $1,000 a month minimum payment that I got to cover on the lines of credit. My SBA mortgage was $7,000 a month. So $7,000 was the SBA mortgage, $1,000 was the minimum payment on the line of credit and a credit card together. That's $8,000. So now I want you to do $23,000 and let's minus $8,000 from that. Let me know what's left. Because after we pay off the debt, we want to look at that number. What's $23,000 minus $8,000? What's that number? Who with me? Who with me so far? What is $23,000 minus $8,000? Where my mathematicians at? I want to make sure y'all with me. Thank you. That's $13,000. $13,000 after I service the debt. Now I have to account for the taxes, the insurance, the management, and that was about another $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month. So take $5,000 off of that 13. Let me know where we at. Take 5,000 off the 13. Let me know where we at. Where we at? Let me know. I want to make sure y'all with me. We picking up the pieces. We picking up the game. 9,000. I walked into a business cash flowing $9,000 a month after I serviced my debt, pay all the expenses, and no money out of my pocket. How many of us would like to make $9,000 a month without having to put any money out of your pocket and a business pays for itself? How many of us have living expenses of $5,000 a month, $7,000, $9,000 a month? One storage business can pay for your living expenses. I'm not even trying to sell you on you're going to make millions. No, let's not even focus on millions. Let's focus on you buying a business that at the very minimum brings you enough money to cover what it costs you to live every single month, and then you get back your time. Your time is your most valuable asset. Your time is the thing that you can't get back. So if I can buy a business that I don't have to trade my time with, that pays for my living expenses, now I could do the things that I would love to do, the passion projects. I can go and spend time with my family. I could go out there and do the things that I love that I would miss out if I stay at the 9-to-5 job. I'm not here to teach you how to go make millions. I'm teaching you how to get back your time, to get back your freedom, because that's what's most important to me. Let me know in the chat. What's most important? What's more important to you than money? What's more important to you than money? Freedom. There we go. And buying a small, boring business that everybody needs no matter what happens. Through a pandemic, storage facilities are still open. It's an essential business. We want to get back our time. Let's keep rolling. I'm not done, Brother Dre. I'm not done. Let's keep rolling. I got some stuff for them, all right? So let's move along now. Not only am I cash flowing, and it makes way more money than that now. This is what it was making on a walk-in. It's making way more money than that right now, and that's a whole other class. But look, this is what I want to teach y'all. I had one of my brokers, this was about 8 months ago, he did this comparable market analysis for me because I said, look, if I'm looking to sell, what could I get for it? And guess what? This was 8 months ago. I got to do an updated one. But 8 months ago, if he was to list it, I could have listed it at almost $1.6 million. 3 years later, I can list this to sell it for $1.5 million. Well, for those of you that's been following the money, what was the purchase price? What was the purchase price for those of you that's been following the money? How much was the purchase price? I'll tell you. Let's go back. $850,000. That was the purchase price. So we buy for $850 with no money out of our pocket. We cash flow along the way. And then guess what? If I wanted to today, I could exit and double my money. So let me know how much profit we making. This is what everyday business owners are doing that understand this concept. Doubling your money plus the cash flow over a 3-year span. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now, let's keep it going, right? I want to show y'all a few more things because this is how we take it to another level. I want to show y'all a few more things, all right? Y'all ready for this? So, this is what we do. This is what we do. So, when we buy our storage facilities, this is what makes us even more valuable, right? If you believe God is good, I need you to put amen in the chat. Let's talk a little bit. If you believe God is good, I need you to put amen in the chat. And this is how I feel. And Brother Dre, if it's okay, I want to talk to them real quick. I want to talk to them because we complicate this way too much. When God already made it very plain and simple for us. It's already in the scriptures. We just be complicating everything in our life. And I always say this, wealth is spiritual. I need somebody to type wealth is spiritual in the chat and I'm gonna prove it to you. I want somebody to type wealth is spiritual in the chat and I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna tell you how. In Ecclesiastes 11:2. In Ecclesiastes 11:2, it says, invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Like, I'm not making this up. You could go and look this up. Go look in the book. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. So as I'm dissecting this and I'm breaking it down, I'm like, okay, so even in the Bible, it says one stream of income is too close to none. In the Bible, it says you need 7 or 8 because you just don't know what will happen. We don't know. And then what do we hear online? The average millionaire has how many streams of income? They say the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, right? So as I'm starting to really break this stuff down, looking deep into it, I said, oh, okay, this is what it says in the scriptures. And everybody's saying this, but we got to confuse. You don't need to have 7 different businesses to have 7 different streams. You just need 7 different income streams from one business. The business of you. It starts in your mind as an inside game. So how can you take one business model and create multiple streams of income out of it? How can you take one business model and create multiple streams of income out of it? Can I show y'all this, right? So this is how we take our self-storage businesses and we take it to another level. All right. What we do is this. When we go out there and we buy storage businesses, immediately we implement AI in call centers. We get rid of the front desk manager. All of our facilities is ran remotely. We have nobody that actually works any of our facilities. It's all remote. When you go to the storage facility, we have a QR code. You scan the QR code, it takes you to the website. And on that website, you'll be able to check out and do your whole process. But on our website, we took our digital marketing strategies and we implemented to the self-storage business. I'm not sure how many of you follow Alex Hormozy. If you read his 100 Million Money Models book, he broke down how one of his mentors showed him the storage business, and that's what inspired him to create the 100 million money model for his gym business and his online business. So this is how it works. So when you go on our website, when you go and rent a unit, well, we're going to upsell you to insurance, and it's mandatory. You can't even check out. It's through the funnel. We built out our website as a funnel. So you go on that website, you're going to pay for the rent, then you're going to pay for insurance, and we get paid commissions from the insurance company. We upsell you to moving services if you need it. We partner with U-Haul through an affiliate partnership. So if you need any transportation, we offer U-Haul. That's already 4 streams of income. We offer parking. So if you need any type of RV parking, any vehicle parking, we have that because we own the land. We also offer truck parking where we partner with other companies And now they are able to park their trucks as they are on the road, and they need to be able to have a break. Instead of them going to Love's to park their truck, they could park their truck on our storage facility. Not just that, we also work with the local vending machine company in the area and say, hey, put 1 or 2 vending machines on our facility. And now as customers are coming in and out, they can get a snack, drink, whatever they need off of impulse. But guess what? These are multiple streams of income of one storage business. So we've mastered how we've been able to create 15 different streams of income on one storage business. And I'm gonna give y'all one more piece. I'm gonna show y'all what we did with one of our latest acquisitions. This is what we did with one of our latest acquisitions, right? Check this out. Can y'all see this? Yep, there you go. Cool. Look at this. This is what we did with one of our latest storage facilities. So check this out. Just to break it down for you, right here on the left side, those are the storage units. So this is the storage facility that we purchased that brings in money every single month off the storage. But what we did was, because we run our facilities remotely, the office used to be somebody that worked there that would just help people rent out storage. But we revamped this office space and turned it into a mailbox store. So we have over 90 plus mailboxes, plus virtual mailboxes. We do packing and shipping. We also do notary services here, right? We have multiple streams just out of this. So we have 2 businesses in one. And guess what? It's only one mortgage. And this was a seller financing deal. Up top here is an apartment that we also have. We didn't even do nothing with the apartment yet. We're trying to figure out what we want to do with it. But this is what we do. We take our boring business, our boring storage business, and then we creatively create multiple streams out of one. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? This is how we maximize. And guess what? You don't need to have the best jump shot. You don't need to be on Instagram. You don't need to be on Facebook shouting, screaming, dancing, jumping. You can be an everyday boring millionaire that's up the street and that nobody know. You know how I know this? Because in the industry that I'm in, when I'm at these networking events and I'm at our meetups, is a bunch of self-storage owners that have 30 properties, 50 properties that's worth multi-millions, sometimes billions, and you would never even know it. They're walking around with a regular Target t-shirt, some jeans, t-shirt, and some jogging shoes. It's everyday people that own a chain of laundromats. It's everyday people that's making money with essential services that you and I pay for every single day, but don't realize we can be on the other side. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So that is how we are able to go out there and buy businesses. And I just showed you one example, but you can apply this to any business. Storage is my main flagship business. But what we do now with our storage business, the goal is to buy all of the vertically integrated companies that surround storage. So as a storage owner, I now own a management company. We purchased a management company to manage our storage facilities. The goal is to go buy a pest control company because I'm paying a pest control service every single month to go spray our facilities. Well, I need to go buy that company. We paying a landscaping company because they got to mow the lawn and they got to shovel the snow during the winter season. Well, I need to go buy that. The goal is to acquire the small everyday businesses that surround self-storage, and we build what is called enterprise value. Did I give y'all some valuable information so far? Just let me know if I gave y'all some valuable information. I'm about to bring you back up, Brother Jay, and we could build. We could have some questions. I don't know how you want to do this. I'm here. I got some time with you, but like I just want to make sure that they understand,
man,
how valuable you are. I want to make sure they understand how valuable you are because you made it possible to connect the dots and get everybody here with different industries to give them information that could change everything. But most people, they get an opportunity and they start focusing on what if it don't work. They start focusing on the lack instead of the light. And the reason why I said wealth is spiritual, I'm gonna break this down and we can do whatever you want to do, bro. But for me, when I think about GPS, right? Those of us that know what a GPS does, it gets us to a destination. When we hop in that car and we punch the address in on that GPS, it tells us how long does it take us to get there. It tells us if there's some roadblocks, if there's a detour, right? If we don't have GPS, we won't know how long it's going to take us to get there. Well, mentorship is your GPS to success. And when I say GPS to success, it means for me, God's positioning system. God's positioning system. Why? Because you need a mentor to help guide you. But guess what? It doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy pathway. There's still going to be some traffic jams. There's still going to be some construction. And the truth is, some of us here, we need to sit in construction sometime because we so busy holding on to the thing that we once was that we can't become the person that we are destined to be. So I want us to understand every single detour, every single delay, every single roadblock is really divine direction, y'all. And that's all Brother Dre want to do. And I want to help you in whatever way. I don't know if you have an opportunity for them or not, but whoever does get with you, what I want to do is this, Brother Dre. If it's cool with you, I don't know what you got going on, but if it's cool with you, I want to give them access to my $5,000 program that teaches this storage business step by step. I'm gonna give it to them completely complimentary for whoever's with you, and they'll have access to my community as well, where they'll get some live calls and things. So, but I'm here. Talk to me.
First of all, damn. Let me just start off with that. So when I told y'all Tim Duncan, Kobe, Jordan of the modern day business era, I wasn't joking. Like I literally mean that. Wow. What separates people, Young Mogul?
What separates people is this. It's all about mindset. It's an inside game. I say this all the time. It's really like what's in between your two ears, right? He or she that thinks they can or cannot are both right. That's just it. Like, if you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't do it, you're right. I just know this, Brother Dre, and you know this. It's more profitable in thinking that you can do it than not thinking you can't. It's more money in thinking I can. Yeah, so that's what separates everybody. Is that simple. It's very simple as that.
You have a trait, which I think this is the fork in the road thing. You aren't cheap. And I say this not to insult anybody, because I think cheap and broke are two different things. Cheap people have the bread, but they don't spend it because they're cheap. They're just like, I don't want to spend bread. You are like, if this will help me get here faster, I'm spending the bread and quickly.
Oh yeah.
Why aren't you cheap?
Listen, a lot of times we too cheap to get rich.
Woo-wee.
And I know this. The more you learn, the more you earn. And it sounds cliche. We hear this stuff all the time, but it's just the facts. And a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that you lose, because at the end of the day, you can't save your way to wealth. If you sit on your money, a lot of people say this, Dre. Oh man, they not necessarily thinking that they're cheap, but they like, hey, look, this is my last. This is my last. I don't want to give my last, and I get it, but it's a mindset shift, because if you don't invest your last, it will always be your last. So that's why I'm not cheap. I don't want to run out of no money, because if I sit on it, it's going to go anywhere. So I need to keep reinvesting and getting that thing out working. The whole goal is to have my money work harder for me than I work for it.
Communities. You also thrive in building communities.
Yeah.
How do you get people to stay? Because you have, I don't know your numbers, but if I had to guess, you have a 20 to maybe 40% of people who buy from you more than once. I'm not in your pockets. If I just have to guess, you have a 20 to 40% people who buy from you more than once. How do you achieve that?
Because I'm real, personable, and authentic. And I think that's what most people are looking for, right? There's a lot of people online that's teaching information, but they don't understand and care about the actual person. That's one of the things that I take pride in.
Yeah.
We actually care.
Yeah.
So when people feel that way and know you care, they stay around and invest again because they know they're going to get the support and that if somebody invested and care about their success. I think that's outside of the information and infrastructure and all of that is more of like an intangible piece that a lot of people relate to because we truly care.
You mentioned before about some giveaways if people rock with me. So I do have something for people. And what I realized, Mogul, is a lot of coaches don't do one-on-one coaching. Just to be frank, it's not the best use of time for most.
I don't do one-on-one. I don't.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that, but okay. Most people don't. Yeah. And what I realized is people are a lot more honest and vulnerable in one-on-one sessions. That they're able to state what they're going through, what they need. So I came up with something for people who are here. The price is usually way higher than this. It's monthly coaching or 3-month coaching packages to work with me one-on-one. We work together 3 times a month, and I'm able to dig inside their brain. For anybody who joins this, since you're so generous, that anyone who gets this, I'm gonna send you the information, and you can add them into that $5,000 bundle if you don't mind, Mogul.
Of course, that's what I like. That's what I'm here for. Whatever you on, that's what I'm on.
I appreciate that. So if you are unorganized, you have too many ideas, you want to scale your notary business, you want to build out your online community, which I'm going to show you guys how to do that later. Here goes the link, and Ramel's going to bless you guys as well. Any parting words for the people, good brother?
Stay close to the fire so you never get cold.
Damn.
This is so important, bro. And I'm going to leave with this because I get so fired up because I know what it was like when I was, at the bottom, striving to figure it out. I didn't want to invest in myself because I thought everything was a scam. We come from so much trauma and we don't know what's real and what's not. But once you get inside of a room and you see certain things, you cannot unsee it. And a lot of people fail because they let what they do know stop them from getting what they don't know. I think I already know it. I think I already got it figured out. No, you don't got it figured out because if you knew what to do, you would already be doing it. And we will be on the class learning from you because I'm the first to pay for information because I know the biggest return you can get is always on yourself. You think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? You when we cook out, because it was Memorial Day weekend. We was on a grill and we was cooking out. And as we started to light the charcoal, we put them in a pile. We put the lighter fluid on it, and the fire is super high, right? It's like, oh man. But what happens is this. When you take one charcoal off that pile and you move it to the left, what happens? That light goes out, right? That charcoal dies out. That's exactly how it is when you leave information, you leave a community, you leave an environment that you know you should be in. Don't let the fire go out. And that's really what I want to leave with them. And again, whoever's with you, bro, I'm going to give them my $5,000 program. And I'm also going to give them access to my community. So they'll have all of the resources, how we find storage, the scripts, the list, the leads, all of that. And then they'll be able to be a part of live Q&A as well. I'm going to give them access to that. You just get with me, whoever that is, you get with me, and we'll take care of it.
Young Mogul, Ramel, you are the man, brother. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for being our lead sponsor. I'll see you soon, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Shout out to Ramel, everybody. Shout out. Bruce, what were your 3 to 5 takeaways from Ramel?
He said one of my favorite quotes, if you learn more, you earn more. And a lot of us, especially with university, it's philosophical things, it's conceptual. When we're talking about learning, we're talking about skills. He learned how to create funding. He learned how to buy a business. And then the second thing is he did it. A lot of people spend a lot of time learning. In the past 5 years, I've read 243 books. But you know what I haven't done in the past 5 years? Made $1 million.
Stay right there.
So, okay.
Stay right there.
Because you know where I'm going with this one.
Stay right there. Say that again.
The past 5 years, this is 2026. Yeah, going on 5.5. I read 243 books. And what I have not done in the past 5 years is make $1 million. So here's my Bruce Hill quote is, the information is useless until you use it. One thing I really love about Ramel, I've heard him speak before, and it's really beautiful to see him getting better and better as a teacher, as a coach. He executes. That's where knowledge becomes valuable. That's where we start to transmute it into gold in the execution. Now, you can't execute what you don't know, so you got to learn something. But then you got to do. And that's the part most people miss. That's why we've had this conversation before. I believe you have achieved any level of success. Not because you're smartest, not because you're the tallest. I don't even believe you got lucky. I think you just did the work long enough for it to work. And so that was my commitment to myself for this year. I've only read a few books, and they've all been very strategic because they directly influence my action. So whether it's a home inspector business, a storage facility, our challenge is to take action.
Read more, do less, man. People think too damn much.
Yeah.
People get high off of this smart. I'm going to say it. People get high off of this smart bullshit, this being smart thing, because in school, the smartest person won.
Absolutely. They got
Let
a gold
me tell
star.
everyone this now. You are not in formal education school anymore. Well, maybe you are, but this ain't it. Get to the money. Get to the money. So I took about MVP. So literally later, I'm literally going to help you build out your MRR and your one-time sale over for your online life coach, business coach, consultant, whatever you want to call a business.
What's MRR?
MRR. We're going to build it out literally on the call. And I speak to people. People's favorite thing to do, Bruce, is to talk themselves out of success.
What does that mean?
They have the idea.
Okay.
They're hot. They believe. Then they're realistic. I call it the loser part of your brain sets in. I'm getting deep today, guys. Pardon me. The realistic / loser part of your brain sets in. That's where the self-doubt is. That's where the I'm not sure. That's where the ChatGPT or YouTube. Why would somebody pay me? He didn't talk about this, but he does $100K a month from his online communities. Bare minimum. Right? People need you to guide them so they don't think. I repeat, people are happy that your ideal client is happy to pay people to guide you so they don't think. That's why you're valuable. And the second your smart brain starts to intercept, you need to shut it out. Your smart brain does nothing for you.
You know, that's a whole sermon right there. I used to say thinking never made you any money. And then I read a book called Think and Grow Rich. And I was like, wait a minute, how can both these ideas be true? But what I realized, I think I said this earlier before, is my favorite step, number 7, is decision. The best thought you can have is the decision. And I know you've made the decision because I can see it in your actions. That's it. If you're still, what is it? Be about it, don't think about it. If you're still just thinking, but you're not doing, you're just using your imagination. Oh man, execution creates wealth. That's it. So if you're on here again, live or replay, but one thing I want you to take away is action. What's the smallest step that you can do today? Dre's going to go over this earlier. He said MRR, that's monthly recurring revenue. How do I get paid twice for something I did once?
How do you keep getting paid? And I tell you this, so Bruce, again, I say stuff that people probably shouldn't say out loud and to the internet. I don't believe everybody could do everything they set their mind to.
Okay.
But I do believe a firm 60-ish% of people can get damn close to it.
I'll take that.
I think a firm 60% of people can get damn close to what they are aiming to achieve.
Well, let's talk about that. There's a lot of folks, we've been taught you can do whatever. How does it go? You can be whatever you want to be if you try hard enough. I don't know if everyone's going to make $1 million a year, But I want you to think about it. What if you failed? What if you failed miserably? You only made 30% of that $1 million goal, right? In school, that'd be an F. If you're at a job, you're 30% performance, you probably get fired. But if you fail at a big goal, you're making 300 a year. Is that a bad year for you? Is that better than where you're at now?
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. I don't think everyone's going to achieve their dreams, but let me say, and they're going to get farther than they possibly could have if they just sat still and thought about it and planned about it.
I don't care what business you're starting.
Mm-hmm.
You thinking too much will always hurt it. Because at the time I've seen people think on something for years, by the time they're ready to go, the marketplace wasn't there. The marketplace wasn't there anymore because they just sat there. What is the envy? What's the soonest possible way for you to start making money?
That's a great question.
Well, so Bruce, you have a book. Sell us in the audience on your book. Go.
I'm gonna make this real simple. It's not AI. It's not going back to school. It's not hiring an expensive coach. Those can all be great things in the right time. But if I teach you to ask better questions, I can teach you to multiply your success in every area of your life and business. If I can teach you to ask better questions, you're going to have better conversations. If I can teach you to ask better questions, you're going to have a closer relationship with your spouse, your partner, with your kids, with your family. If I can teach you to ask better questions, you're going to hear yes more often from your dream clients. You're going to turn more conversations into clients. If I can teach you to ask better questions, you can be a better leader. You'll be more effective. You can multiply your team's results. All I have to do is teach you one skill. That's why I say it all the time. One new skill will change your life. And guess what? I can teach you this. I've been practicing. I wrote a book to walk you through step-by-step how asking better questions will transform your life. So you grab a copy, askingbetterquestions.com. And what's beautiful is whether you're an introvert, extrovert, whether you went to college, master's, PhD, or dropped out of high school, you can learn to ask better questions. You can transform the quality of your life. You can grow your business. It's just 100 pages. So the only barrier between you and your next level of success is a better question away. Go grab a copy.
Woo. Now, oops. You see that right there? That was short, direct, to the point. You know exactly what he's offering. And drop the leg, Bruce. You know exactly what he's offering. Oftentimes in sales, you guys have too much going on. If I'm talking to a law firm, I'm not talking to the law firm about my online community. I'm talking to the law firm about my physical notary and fingerprinting business, which I'm charging $200 to $2,000 or more per appointment, depending on how much stuff they need. They don't care about my other stuff. They care about the fingerprinting and the physical notary business. They don't care about my community because they aren't trying to become mobile notaries. They're trying to get their stuff notarized. I want you to express how direct is your pitch. If I talk to you for 20 seconds, can I remember what you do? I have books. I have real estate. They don't care. Direct. Thorough. Rememberable. Can people remember you? What does Ramel do? Storage. How does he do it? Credit cards, leveraging credit cards, funding. No money down, physically out of pocket sometimes. Seller financing. Bruce, sales. Dre, how to build a community and fingerprinting mobile notary. Don't talk so much. Go all in on what is important and sell. Here's the next thing, and then everyone to realize. Boring business, fun. I don't care what you're doing. You are in sales. Jerry, I don't like it. I don't care. Just quit. You are in sales, and you need to act like your life depends on it. So this is extreme. I am not telling other people to do this. What a wealth of information being provided. Thank you, Big BCH Girl 247. All right, thank you. Thank you for the love. You are in sales. If you ever forget that you are in the lead generation business, you are cooked. I'll say it again. If you ever forget you are in the lead generation business, you are cooked. You need people to find you, and you have to find people on a daily basis. Whenever you get comfortable, it's over. Am I right or am I wrong, Bruce?
That's the magic word right there, is comfort. Because if you do what you've always done, you're going to get the results you've already gotten. And that's become cliche. It's a little fridge magnet. But you have to think about, you said it earlier, the fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty.
Hey, all fake, by the way.
It's true. No, listen, I used to make, maybe I need to get back to it. I used to make 100 calls a day. I just do 100 a week. And people hang up on me and they cuss at me and they yell and they go, why are you calling me? Take me off this list. It's funny. People would fill out a form like, hey, call me on my information. You call them and they cuss you out.
Crazy.
Anyway, I'm not telling you to make 100 calls a day. What I'm telling you is I didn't die.
Whoo. Uh-oh. Still here.
Still here. Now, I will say this, though. Because everyone is using these AI tools and automated email systems and LinkedIn automations, if you pick up the phone and call someone, man, they don't expect it anymore because no one's doing it. And so for my introverts, they're like, oh, I don't like talking to people. Go grab the book, ask them better questions. I teach you a framework. All you do is ask a couple of questions. They do all the talking. You make all the money. I wrote it for you. I wrote it to get rid of your excuses. So this is what I do. This is what Bruce does. And now what you have to do, I like to go grab some business cards from folks. I like to go in person. You don't have to talk to them. Just grab the card and run off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll call them. I say, hey, we met at this event. I do this to help these people accomplish this. Should we talk? If they say yes, I put them on the calendar. If they say no, I say, thanks. Who's a referral? I have one I'm really excited about. It's a bank or it's a credit union. So we're going to do a training for a team and being a partner with some other financial services there. How did I get that? I just asked. Just ask.
It's amazing what you can do when you just ask. So we had 3 sponsors for this event. Shout out to all our people who came through and made this event free for you guys. None of them came to me and said, I want a sponsor. Not say that can't happen. Not say it will never happen. But none of them came to me and said, Jerry, I want to sponsor your event. I went to them and said, can you sponsor the event? I think it would be good exposure. I think our audience have some rollover. So I feel it would be beneficial. Not everyone said yes. 3 people said yes. Here we are with the event. I don't really work for free like that, if I'm just being honest. So either them or y'all. Somebody has to pay. I was able to get sponsored, so it's free for y'all. Tell people what you do. Tell people how great you are at the thing. I repeat, tell people what you do. Tell people how great you are at the thing.
But Dre, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I don't want people to think I'm arrogant.
Humble people don't make any sales. Everyone in the chat, live, replay, school group, I don't care where you are. Humble people do not make any sales because humble people are forgotten about. You're going to humility yourself out of business. You're going to humility yourself into poverty. People who are making more money have this thing that they are okay with bragging. Later on when I do my thing, I have everything ready. I'm showing you numbers. Some people are going to call that arrogance. Some people are going to be inspired. I'm okay with either one. Because you won't buy from me unless you see how great I am. I repeat, you will not buy from me unless you see how great I am. And if I don't show you how great I am, you're going to go to somebody else who's probably not even as good as me. But they showed you how great they were. So humility, I don't want people all in my business. All these phrases people use, they sound cute. You won't make any sense. You'll be forgotten about. You must be able to tell people, I am the best I can. if this cheesecake I make, look, I'll drop you up a sample. It's fire. You're gonna love it. You're gonna want to place 5 orders, and I can actually take the order from you right now. I have Square. You ready? I am direct with my sales approach. I'm not. People try to hide it and say it's not about the money. You'll never hear me say it's not about the money, then charge. Pet peeve. We got my man Troy coming up in a second. Pet peeve of mine. When people say it's not about the money, then charge. Yo, it is about the, it's okay. You don't have to be Mother Teresa. You are in sales. You have to make sure that the people you are selling to are also getting great value. My man Troy in the building.
My guy, what's going on, brother?
How you feeling, big time?
I'm good, man. I feel blessed. I'm lucky to be here. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, my man. So we, Troy, me, Bruce, me, Troy. So Troy, credit repair business from the expert, and also an event. I never want to stand up.
Let's do it.
Stand up virtually. Give Troy a round of applause because he is the reason why this stuff is free.
You can still see me. I hope I'm still in the camera.
That's okay. We got you. Everybody, give him a virtual round of applause. Say thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Appreciate
I
it.
respect people. I don't like cheap people, Troy. They just kind of annoying. They make things harder than they have to be. Some people just put their money up. They get what they got to get done, and they elevate and scale to the next thing. So when some people do it, I look at them in a different kind of light because they aren't trying to waste time. They're trying to cut the line.
Agreed.
And I respect it. Tell the people how great you are, Brother Troy.
Okay, so I'm so great. No, let me get started. How you guys doing on this Saturday? I hope everybody's feeling good. Appreciate everybody here. Appreciate you, Andre, for giving me a spot. To give a little background about myself, I had a typical story like some of you. My story is your story. I had a corporate background, climbing the corporate ladder. I made director. Made a lofty salary and kind of assumed that that's what success was. That's how I defined it. Lofty titles, a big salary, and stability. Eventually, I opened my own business and took a bet on myself and decided to go with my own firm and my own potential to earn, to teach other business owners financial values, financial mindset, and basic principles around financial advisory, right? Eventually, I was doing good. I started to hit that wall, and we all know that wall as business owners. But I started out rough. I did start out decent, but the things started to get rough, and we hit that wall, and we were wondering what we can do to improve process and operational efficiency. So eventually, I started doing the dog work. I started to learn how to fix my credit. I started to learn how to leverage my credit. I started to learn better ways to be efficient as an online business owner. Along with this credit journey that I took myself on, I began to learn how successful business owners are creating leverage and creating a dedicated budget to scale their company. And I said, what does that mean, right? Scale your company. What does that mean? What does that mean? And I dove into it. And those processes, as far as marketing, as far as building infrastructure and updating your internal systems and what that means as a total, I really took that on. So I began to make progress. I started to do the dog work, as they say, right? The work that needs to be done and promises you no immediate satisfaction, right? I started to do the dog work and began to really build what this company is today and really learn the process of fixing and leveraging personal credit. And that's kind of what came me around to where I'm at today, right? So I leveraged my credit. I actually was able to fix my credit and get myself funded, which allowed me to build the back end of Smart Person Financial. And then I decided to kind of shift the company to help business owners and investors navigating the same issues, right? I started to feel myself. And as soon as I went, balls deep, as part of my language, I actually learned that it's not as easy as it seems, right? You know, you don't just get the capital and a product, and then this is just gonna, overnight success, and you're gonna just make $1 million as soon as you can, right? And I learned that really the hard way. Like I began to get over leveraged. I began to butcher my credit again. I began to get into that cycle that we all reach, right? Where it's like, okay, is there another way? Is there another way to run my company? Am I going to have to keep using my own cash reserves? Am I going to keep having to be on a cycle of profit to bills, and always have to navigate that ratio, right? Where can I get this dedicated capital that was going to allow me to grow my business? A few months later, I actually met someone named Javi Marrero, who introduced me to Colin Brown. Those guys were my mentors who kind of taught me the game on how to market credit, how to sell funding, and the principles that really help business owners become successful using this tool, right? And that's where I began to really kickstart my journey. And later that, I would say 3 months after I actually met Javi and Colin, I was independent. And later that year, I made my first 6 figures in business.
That's fire.
A little long-winded, apologies.
No, that's dope. $350,000 or a 820 FICO score?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
$350,000 or a 820 or so FICO score?
I'm gonna go with the 320. I'm gonna go with the 300 because cash is king. Let me not come on here and lie. But I want to make sure that I give you guys some real game today, and everybody leaves with some value today. So if everybody stays to the end, I am going to give a free resource that can probably save you about 6 months to a year of bad experiences, right? And some bumps in the road. So starting now, why credit? Why personal credit? Why can't we just use our revenue? Why can't we just build business credit? Why personal credit, right? And the simple answer is because you're already leveraging personal credit. You're either using this for good debt or bad debt, as we all, we hear this all the time, but what defines the two? The difference between good debt and bad debt is its ability to earn and pay itself back. So this is good debt. What would bad debt? We all know what bad debt is. This is taking out a $10 Klarna t-shirt and have it reporting to your credit report. What is good debt? This is going to be a credit card that you're managing responsible and showing the lenders that you know how to take care of a large sum of money and comparable credit, right? But I don't want to just jump into it, right? So what is comparable credit? Comparable credit is, as I stated, large sums of money. This could be loans, credit cards, mortgage, auto loans, large sums of money that you have handled correctly over a large portion of time, and you've paid on time as well, right? So what is your comparable credit? You're going to, this is like your revolving limit as stated. These are your combined credit card limits. This is what you're showing the outside world. You either pay back on time or you don't. And you're leveraging that currently, right? Your most common ways to leverage that are an auto, getting a car, getting an apartment, getting a home. And usually these are actually the smaller versions of leveraging your credit. Because as we know, if your business is set up, and I don't want to say that loosely because it's not a big deal when we say set up. We're just talking about an EIN. You filed your LLC or S Corp. You have a business address. You have a business phone number. You have a website. You have a strong digital footprint. Your business is an actual business with your credit positioned correctly. Now you are able to leverage this the same way that you would get a mortgage loan and an auto loan, but you're able to leverage this inside of your business and get approved for $50K to $250K, or if you have revenue, possibly millions of dollars where you can use this dedicated capital to now scale your company.
Somebody went through financial heck, right? Chapter 7 maybe, repo maybe, late payments. They're like, it's over. Life is over. Is credit final, or can it be rebuilt even after you go through?
So that's a great question. Credit is a construct. It is never final. So let's put this into people terms, right? Your credit is the room of people that you've dealt with in the past. So now I'm coming to Andre and I'm saying, hey, Andre, can I borrow $50,000? I'm good for it. Your credit and your lines of credit in these separate accounts are the people that are going to confirm or deny that. They're going to say, hey, let's say this is Chase Bank. This is the first guy, Chase Bank, that's going to say, hey, he pays me back, and he's paid me back with no problem. He's always been on time, so we gave him more money, and he still managed it correctly. Andre's going to say, cool. But Bank of America comes along, he says, hey, I have a different story. When I lent him $100, he paid me back late. I mean, I got it back, but I got an issue. Then we lent him another $200. We never got that back. Your credit is that financial record that is basically stating what you have and haven't done in the past. Now, to answer your question, is it permanent? Absolutely not. For example, we do credit repair. We do a legal disputing process where we leverage consumer laws that allow you to keep all of your transactions private. We make sure accuracy is across the board on your credit profile. And we're really diving deep into protecting ourselves as the consumer. And these are things that you can actually look up. This is public information. And that's so it's not permanent, right? And you do have like a LexisNexis, you do have a secondary report, you do have other places where you can find information about yourself for sure, but it's all subject to change and improve. You have credit repair, you have legal disputing, you have pay and delete methods, you have debt negotiation. There's always a chance to start over and try again.
There's always a chance to start over and try again.
Yes. Yes.
I got a question for you, Troy.
Please.
You're doing pretty well.
Okay.
In your career. You said you're a director, you're making some decent money. I know a lot of folks start this entrepreneurship journey out of desperation. Why did you not stay on the career path? That was an option.
So that's a fair question. So I was doing well for myself. I made director at a young age of financial operations. I worked in all the highest firms in New York City. I was in Deutsche Bank. I was in Oppenheimer Funds. I ran the financial department in Cadwalder, and I got it from the mud, as they say. I really started in the mailroom. I made great connections. I learned what I need to learn. I got my degree in accounting, and then pursued my career. And I thought that's what it was, right? As soon as I started to make a little money, pardon me. Now, why did I leave? Was pretty simple. I believe in myself, right? And I decided to take a bet on my potential. I truly believed in my ability to get things done. I was making my company millions of dollars, and I just thought, why not, right? Why not carve out my piece of the pie? Give me 1 second. I think I lost you here. Okay.
Check one, two. We hear you.
Okay, cool. So now, initially, I did believe that I was equipped, right? That's what we all believe. I believed that I was equipped with what I needed to go independent. Skill set, customer service. I knew my field. I knew my stuff. I know finance. And you realize once you go into the business, it actually has nothing. I wouldn't say nothing, but a large portion of the business is decided by mindset, habits, and internal systems that you create in which allow you to be successful. It's actually not the product in its own. So, initially I went independent and I did terrible, man. Like I had some contacts of my own that I took from the business. I met people through LinkedIn and social media, but I did absolutely terrible without knowing what it takes, knowing the mindset it takes, and without that infrastructure built to actually be successful in business.
I appreciate what you said. You made your company millions. There's a theme of all of these is where can we add value? I've seen, depending on who you ask, the company is generating 6 to 16 times your salary in revenue. So if you are making 50,000 a year, the company is generating 300,000 to 800,000, or sorry, was it 8 million in revenue. So you said, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. Why credit repair? Why didn't you become a coach or buy a laundromat? Or there's lots of business options. How did you end up in credit repair and business funding?
So I think that's probably the best question that you could possibly ask me. I mean, this is the Boring Business Summit. So I will be totally honest with you. The reason why I went into credit repair was because through this journey and learning what I needed to be successful, I was my first customer. I was my own proof of concept. So yeah, I knew finance and I knew a bunch of things that I could describe to you and instruct you to do, but I didn't have that my own proof of concept to say, hey, I did this myself. This is how it worked, and this is why it worked for me. So why credit repair? It was something that I knew to my heart of hearts that I could teach, that I know well, and that I know all business owners and investors, whether you're in real estate or stock, they need to know how to position their credit and how to leverage their credit. It really is the difference between going up and down and having that like steady capital that allows you to grow while you keep your cash reserves. So the credit, to me, it's true art. It's the symmetry of it all and the value to us and our community as Black people and as business owners.
I love it. Now, I don't want to skip over. I appreciate this transparency. You said I bet on myself, and I made $1 million my first month. No, that's not what he said. he said he struggled. You said it did not go so well. So first of all, what do you say to the person that's starting out struggling and want to give up? And then how did you overcome that challenge?
Oh man. So it's a great question because struggling and instability around your finances can cause a lot of dismay. You're not thinking straight, you're not eating well, you're not sleeping how you need to sleep. So all of those things translate to business, right? You start to bring your bills to the conversation. Like you like, and what do I mean by bring your bills to the conversation? We know in sales that, the most important part is making sure we can make the most use of our time. When you're struggling, you're coming to the sales call and saying, how can I get this guy in my pipeline? How can I get him to pay me without even knowing his problem or if you can fix it? So I think that is super, super important, right? Now, everybody is going to hit this wall. Every one of us. Some of us had a lucky way to go, cool. But we all hit this wall, and it comes down to two decisions. I'm sure it happened to you. I'm sure it happened to Andre. And we say, are we going to quit and start fixing our resume and go back to the corporate world, or are we going to double down and get the data and do this long enough and take that slap in the face and see if you can really get this done? So for me personally, it was hard. I struggled, but I think there's nothing wrong with struggle. I think struggle builds character, right? And I think a lot of us don't have enough struggle to be able to transfer this into data. Because what do you know works, or what problem can you solve if you have not have a steady test of this same problem? Or been able to test enough solutions to say, hey, it doesn't work, right? So for me, I take pride in the dog work, but it was truly the progress that kept me going. It was the fact that I would be better every day. When I first started out, it was all stuff. You asked me a question and I was going to salesman my way through it, right? And eventually, a month later, I know more than I did last month. And 3 months later, after that, I know more than I did when I started out. Now a year later, and I could talk like I'm in the NBA. 3 years later, and I'm looked at as a peer amongst the largest people in space. And now it's like speaking another language to me, right? So for me, it was the progress. What I would tell someone today, whether if they just hit that wall and they're asking those two questions, do I quit or do I continue on this journey? I would say take it on the chin, put your feet in front of you and keep moving. Because if you're still awake and you're not down and you're not out, bro, you still have a chance to strike gold. I mean, you look at it like this, $250,000, earning $250,000 is what? That's around $300 a day, if I'm doing my math correctly. And we've all done that. We've all done $300 in a day. We've all done a deal. We've all sold something that did $300 in a day, right? And please forgive me if you heard this before. But all businesses is learning to create the systems that's going to allow you to repeat your $300 a day until it's $1,000 a day, until it's $2,000 a day, or whatever your KPIs and goals may be. So I would say stick with it. I don't care what it is. Don't listen to anybody that's telling you to stop. Don't take any advice from someone who's not in your industry doing that at a high pace and at high efficiency. But just keep going. Keep going. It'll work.
I love an honest salesperson. And here's why. People think you have to have a facade for people to buy from you. It's actually the most honest person who wins. And if people can pick that up from you, they'll be light years ahead, because you realize, yo, you don't have to be perfect, bro. You just have to be professional and know what you're doing.
Correct.
Somebody has jacked up credit, and they come to you and they ask you, I know this question annoys you, can you get my credit right in 60 days?
So this is probably like, I think it's my middle name. I hear it so much, right? But, no. So this is something like I hear all the time. For example, I just spoke to a close friend's mom who was interested in getting a new condo, and she only has one late payment. She has very strong credit, but she has this one late payment that's killing her, right? It's from like 2023, 2024. And she actually asked the question that you just posed. She said, hey, I only got one thing wrong with my credit. It's old. The account is closed. I don't think I need to wait 3-4 months to remove this. And I'm not interested in doing so. And I had to tell her credit repair and legal dispute, especially doing this the legal way. We're not talking about any sex trafficking hacks or identity theft hacks and things like that. We're talking about real legal disputing with actual, for example, I'm partnered with McCarthy Law, who gives every last profile we send and dispute that we send into the bureaus legal oversight, make sure they maintain the laws that are put in place by the FCRA that protects the consumer. So I did have to explain to her, no, we don't really decide the timeline. That's up to the bureaus and the creditors. But I always like to tailor expectations, right? So I know you want to be out in 60 days. I know you want to get this done, late payment done in 60 days. But what if you didn't act today? Are you any closer to your window and your goal, right? Whether it's 60 days or tomorrow, are you any closer to that by not acting today? Well, if you did act today, is this closer to your goal? And like, one thing I love to do on a sales call is tell you flat out, I'm not a salesman. I'm not going to give you a pitch. I'm the big guy. So as long as you're trying to work today and you're an action taker, we can work. But I'm sorry, I get a little distracted. I love this stuff. It's like like I said, this is what I do, and I love it all day, every day. This is what I do.
It's like the same thing as a Roth IRA. Some people say, well, I don't get the money until I'm 59. Well, you're going to be 59 hopefully anyway. You might as well put the money in the Roth IRA. You're going to get older anyway. All right. So we have people watching this. They'll watch the replay. They'll get the email from me. Who should contact you? Who's your ideal client?
I personally, I think anybody who is trying to improve their financial situation should reach out. A consultation is free. I love to sit down with you, hear your situation, and see first and foremost if we can help, and if so, how long it could possibly take us. But ideally, this is a great program when you're talking about credit and leveraging your credit for business funding. This is for all business owners, especially boring business owners. This is for investors. This is for people that are looking to purchase an already profitable business. This is for someone who's looking to create income, create passive income through ATMs, vending machines, and etc. This is your dedicated capital to do so.
Credit, business funding. Do you need a business to get business funding?
Yes, you will. You can get funding as a sole proprietor. But for max fundability and for the best way to go, you should always have a set up business, and you actually can get access to a lot higher amounts of funding if your business is set up and have revenue going along with the credit. That's very important.
I'm glad you said that.
Bruce, chime in, brother. I see you over there.
I love what you said about, I'm not a salesperson. Does this help you get to your goals? I love that. That's huge. But I can't do a whole sales class right now. If you're listening and you're struggling to turn conversations into clients, ask them that question. Hey, will working with me help you get closer to your goals or farther away? That's brilliant. Now, you could get more funding if you have a business with revenue. Yes. Let's talk about that, because okay, we got all this money, we got this funding. It needs to be paid back. How are we paying it back?
So you pay this back. Now, before you go into this funding, I'm hoping you have somewhat of a plan, right? I'm hoping that you're not just trying to pull out $100K for big chains in a G-Wagon or something, right? We're hoping that you have some kind of marketing plan. You have some type of a business plan. You've spoken to a consultant or a lawyer, or you've gotten on the phone with Bruce and he says, hey, I love your plan. I think it would work. You have to have a plan for every last dollar. Pardon me clapping when I speak. This is New York, right? But you have to have a plan for every last dollar. What you cannot do is you take out $100,000 in your business. You're going to take out you're going to take out $10,000 of this $100,000, figuring you're going to use it on whatever you want to use it, and you're going to squander it on vacations and looking rich instead of cash earning assets, and figuring you'll just take out another 5 to make up for the first 10, and then you'll take out another 10 to make out that. That's not how it's going to work. Every dollar needs a plan to make $2. Whether that's marketing through Meta, whether that's hiring a mentor who's already doing this on a high level, like a Bruce, like a Andre, if you're trying to get into notary. This is very important. I could honestly say if I didn't tap in with Hobby, if I didn't get to meet Colin and these brothers really walk me through what to do and the proper way to market online and run an online business and build those SOPs, I would still be at the beginning. I'd probably still be working at my job trying to manage the two, right? Not really understanding why I'm not getting over the hump. So I would say investing in courses, and investing into your business, and mainly investing into marketing.
You know, I just caught this. Mike said he had a mentor. Ramel said he spent his last $5,000.
Yep.
Now listen, don't go skipping the rent or your car payment, because Bruce told you don't do that. Mm-hmm. Pay your bills first, and then everything else be invested into your mind and business. And then Troy is saying get a mentor.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to ask both of you, how do we choose a good mentor, and what's the consequences if we just figure it out on our own?
So here's the thing with mentorship. I look for, can this person give me 3 to 5 things? I don't need 100. I just need 3 to 5. And if I feel they can give me 3 to 5 things, I'm in. One of the things when you're in a mentorship, one-on-one, community, etc., is your belief system instantly increases. For some people, that's all they need. Your belief system instantly increases. Now,
that's a powerful line right there. That is powerful.
Out the gate.
I agree.
Second thing is your financial barrier, if you have one, meaning that you're afraid to charge. If you're paying somebody top dollar, you instantly believe you can charge top dollar. So 2 things instantly shift. So out of the 3 to 5 that I look for, I already got 2. The other one is, did you learn something from them for free via Instagram, YouTube, etc.? And I just pick it. Here's the thing with mentorship. And sometimes people are resistant because you're selling it. They don't believe you, but just ignore that I sell it for a second. A great mentor, or good, to be honest with you, they see something that you don't see. When people are ego-driven, they think they know everything, which is wild because you don't. And they are somehow stuck in their own bubble of, I'm going to figure it out. Like, you're going to wait 5 years on YouTube and ChatGPT to figure out what you can learn in 3 months, maybe let's even say 9 months. It's insane to me. So your first mentor might not be your last. And can they get you 3 to 5 things? And did they teach you, did you learn something for them for free via YouTube, Instagram, etc.?
That's great. That's great. And jumping off that, firstly, I agree with those things full-heartedly, right? Like, very important. For me, when looking into investing into mentorship or looking for a mentor specifically, I like to ask myself and ask the mentor a series of questions, right? First of all, who have you helped in that's similar to my situation, and how did you help them? How did you get them over the hump? That's super important, because you're gonna have a bunch of highlight stories, and like you're gonna have your highlight tapes, right? That looks great. But how does that relate to me and my situation? Yes, that may have helped Andre. Will that work for me? For example, I'll use example because you kind of mentioned something earlier. When I first hired Javi, I completely over leveraged myself to do so, and was scared out of my mind, because before you hire a mentor, all of that shit seems like a scam. Pardon my language, but it does, right? I was the guy that's on a sales call that you could not sell. Impossible. As soon as you pull out a presentation, I'm gone. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? So it was hard for me to even make that initial leap. But what Javi did for me, as Andre mentioned, was literally skipped me through the line. Like, we're all trying to make it to the millionaire's ball, right? Like, we're all trying to make it to the millionaire's ball, where some of us are waiting for the bus, some of us are waiting for directions on how to get there, right? Javi was the guy that pulled up in a Corvette and said, get it. I'm going to drive you some of the way. So you don't have to hit the same bumps in the road that I already hit. And that was critical for me. That was super critical for me. So it was confirmation on what I was already doing correctly. And it was preventing me from a road that I was already going down. Now, the second question, I know that was super long-winded. I would say super important that you should ask a mentor is who in my situation or similar to my situation is your highest feat? As in, who not only have you solved this situation before, have you ran it up? Have you taken this situation, taken this orange, and you didn't make it orange juice, you made orange filled. Have you done that before? How can that relate to me and my situation specifically? I think that's very important.
You cold, Troy. You are cold. There's a link below for people to hire you. Credit, business funding, text that, email it out, Facebook it out, share it to everybody you know who needs credit, repair, or business funding. Look, it's a lot easier to get $100K in business funding than it is to save it.
Agreed.
Just cut the line. Now, don't blow it, invest that 100 to make you 200 or more.
Yes.
So Troy is trusted. I know him personally. Shout out to my New York people. Any last word of advice for the people, Brother Troy?
Yes, please. I would love to leave with this because I did tell the people if we stay to the end my boring business presentation, I'll give you guys something for free. So if you go to capitalpath.live/freebie, Andre, you could drop that somewhere. capitalpath.live/freebie. I dropped a free guide that you can download on how to start building business credit and your business funding profile. And then I want to leave you with this last thought, right? We in our community, as Black business owners, as individuals that want that are pursuing that financial freedom, we love to say that we're getting to the bag. We love to talk about the bag, right? We're getting the bag. We're chasing the bag. We're getting to the bag. We're getting to the bag. But we never stop to ask, what's the bag? Now, as I progress and I meet people in business who are super successful, and they have what we consider to be the bag. They have the bag. They're spending all of their information. They're spending all their money on information and access. So what's really the bag?
That's real.
I'll leave you with that, gentlemen.
The link is below. capitalpath.live/freebie. I'll put that in the school group too. Troy, thank you for the game, brother.
Thank you, brother.
You're being a top sponsor. We appreciate you.
Bruce, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you.
I appreciate your transparency. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep changing lives. Keep growing businesses.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Shout out to Brother Troy, representing New York. I love honest people, bro. It just shows you. People think you have to have this crazy high. I do a 2 million. How about tell the people who you are? Tell them how you won, how you've lost, and how you can help them. Just try that.
Wait, are you suggesting I be honest?
How dare you be honest, right?
It's crazy.
So Bruce, I'm the last speaker. BBS, Boring Business Summit founder, how to make your first 100K online.
Hold on. Let me get you a good introduction.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. I want to give a personal shout out to Brother Andre C. Hatchett, the leader that leads by example. One thing I really appreciate about, he wants to see you win, but he won't do it for you. He'll give you all the information he has. He'll give you all the support that he can give you, but he's going to hold you accountable to execute. And that's the only reason he charges. He's got a great heart, but he doesn't work for free because he knows you won't execute. If you pay attention. So shout out to someone who's been consistently not just putting money in his own pocket, but helping others to put money in their pocket, helping others to take care of their family, helping others to level up and execute. So if you're looking for your next level of success and you want a little help to get there a little smoother, a little faster, and I want you to pay attention. No takers or money makers. Ask questions in the chat. You're in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Hatchett.
Woohoo! Stand up, everybody! Stand up! Stand up! Give me a round of applause! Give me a round of applause! Woo-hoo-hoo. Give me a round of applause! Shout out to Brother Dre! Shout out to Bruce for the intro. I'm going to help you do two things: show you how to make your first 100K online, and if you have any mobile notary questions, people always do. I'll answer those as well. Let's get to it. Bruce, you can hop in, Bruce. Here's the deal. I'm great at a couple of things. I'm not great at a lot. And I'm actually glad I'm not great at a lot of things. There's less time to get distracted. But one of the things I am great at is building community and helping people achieve their goals. Now, if you guys don't mind, can I just share some real numbers that I've made? High energy. Can I share some real numbers that I made if you guys don't mind?
Go ahead, give them the receipts.
All right. And I do this to brag. My goal is to brag. I want you to remember this for the rest of your life. I want you to be inspired and to say, you know what? That boy good. Always say, yeah, that boy Dre good. I changed this one. All right, I'll go to my other one. If you've been waiting to launch your book, your coaching program, your whatever the consulting life coach, because here's the deal. The formula to get people and companies to pay you isn't that much different than it's a similar formula. My goal is to get people to look at me as a high-end individual and for people to be happy to pay me. Type in the chat, happy to pay Dre. I want you to look at it and say, yo, yeah, wow, like you're dropping this? I want people to be happy to pay me. Now, this is one of my platforms that I was using. Share screen, Teachable. This is one of my first online schools. Bruce, do you see the top number and can you read it?
Total sales?
Yep.
$797,772.
All right. I have another one on my Gumroad account, but I have to change the password. Someone actually hacked this, so I changed the password.
Well, I can vouch for this one. I watched him log into his Gumroad, his other platform. Last time I checked, it was $350,000 in lifetime.
I think it was less than that. It was like 280. So let's just call this 1.1 combined. Is that fair?
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, 1.1 combined. So these are numbers. So for context, I used to make $18.60 an hour teaching as a teacher's aide and youth basketball coach. I used to make $18.60 an hour. So let's just put this on the banner. $18.60 an hour to 1.1, 1.2. Here's what I've learned. If you can help somebody have a better quality of life and or make money, more money than they currently have, they are happy to pay you. I'm going to go on this one again. You guys lock in with me. If you can help somebody have a better quality of life and or make more money, they are happy to pay you. People say, man, coaches are dead. Everyone's a scammer. Yo, fam, you just hang around the wrong people. I know people changing lives, making $100, $200, $1 million a month like clockwork. They're just great at what they do. It's not over. I know YouTube is free. People still want to learn from an expert. Now, how do you build an audience? I need you to get in your, I'm not going to say arrogant, but I need you to be very upfront about how great you're doing. Now, you don't think you're doing great. Oh, I'm getting deep today. You don't think you're doing great. I only make $500 a month. I only make $2,000 a month. That's what you're saying to yourself. Well, Dre, I didn't make $1 million. You don't have to. Let's say your tagline. Let's say that you are a stay-at-home part-time mom who makes $3,000 a month babysitting other kids. Your tagline, how I make $3,000 a month as a part-time babysitter, part-time stay-at-home mom. You never have to lie to make a sale. Oh, I'm getting deep today. You never have to lie to make a sale. You don't need 10,000 clients. Did you help 10 people? You tell the world what you did. You tell the world what you did repeatedly. You tell the world what you did more. So if I'm telling you, if I say how I made $10 million coaching, that's a lie. If I say how I made 1.1 or whatever it is, 1.3, that's the truth. Your number is your truth. Write this down. Your number is your truth. Write this down. Your number is your truth. Write this down. That's your sales pitch. That's your tagline. How do you get clients? Great question. How do you get clients? I am currently on YouTube. Hey, YouTube is free. The amount of people who will not get on YouTube and make a free video telling the world how great they are, it's insane. You can use CapCut for edits. You can hire editors. You can do whatever fancy stuff you want to do, but it amazes me how many people who actually have a great product, who I actually believe can sell, they won't get on here. 30 seconds, half an hour, just talk. My personal sales approach, upfront, in your face, you know exactly what I'm doing. So my goal for you watching me is to believe in yourself more, give you an exact plan for you to launch with the 80% accuracy. Maybe it might not be 100% everything, but at least 80% accuracy for you to launch ASAP. And I want you to pay me if you need help after today. How much is it to work with me? It's usually more than this, but today, if you sign up today, it's $1,500 a month. We work together 3 sessions. If you want to look for 3 months, like $3,500. It's cheap. My goal is to show you how great I am at what I do, transfer that energy to you, and you say it's a no-brainer to pay Dre. What didn't I just say? I didn't say, well, if you like me, maybe you'll pay me. Maybe you'll pay me if you like me. I didn't say it ain't about the money. I didn't say I have nothing to sell you. People say they have nothing to sell you, then sell you. That instantly creates lack of trust, because why did you lie? $1,500 to work with me a month, one-on-one, to work together 3 times via Zoom like this. If you want to log in for 3 months, it's $3,500 a month. Rates go up after today. Direct works more than indirect. Indirect does have some game to it too, but for me, you just have to work too much. I want you to know exactly what you're getting from me, and I want to show you. Look, I'll show you again. I ain't got no shame in the game. I want to show you real numbers. Why? Your numbers are your marketing. Write this down, guys. Your numbers are your marketing. And look, you might be new. You might not have done almost 800 large. Did you do 5,000? Are you doing $1,500 a month? Are you doing $800 a month? Your numbers are your marketing. Just tell people your numbers. Well, Dre, I'm shy. Well, get over being shy. I don't want people all in my business. Well, you want people to pay you, but you don't want them all in your business. Tell me where that works at. You want them to pay you, but you don't want them all in your business. Tell me how that works. So let's say that I want is it MRR? Yeah, MR. That's monthly recurring revenue. Here's what I would do, Bruce. Well, you know, ask me. Ask me as a potential student. Or
hey, listen, you know, I want to be able to have consistent, like, steady income, you know, something I can predict every month. What do I have to do?
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to ask you, what are you better at, Bruce? Then everyone write this down in the chat right now. What are you better at, Bruce, than 10 to 100 people?
Conversational sales. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What niche in sales?
You mean like the type of industry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love professional service businesses, speakers, coaches, consultants, CPAs, lawyers. You know, anyone that's, I guess they call it white collar.
Okay. All right. So they would have jobs, or they're entrepreneurs full time. What's their life looking like?
Yeah, they are usually either a team lead in the business, you know, in their career, or they're an entrepreneur and they own the business.
Okay. How much are they making a month?
100 to 150,000.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going after people who have money to pay you.
Oh yeah, premium clients, premium service.
All right. We want them to pay you. Let's just say we want them to pay you. Now, will you be teaching them or working for them or both?
It depends on their needs. I'm getting away from teaching them.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I'm doing less work and getting paid more.
Okay. So you actually work in the business for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $500 a month package. Let's just start off with that. $500 a month package. So, okay. Bruce, your goal is $5K a month. You have a $500 a month package. Do you think you can get this to 20 people?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. How do you find them?
I like conferences and LinkedIn.
Right. How many people are at these conferences that you go to?
I usually try to have at least 200 or more.
All right. Great. All right. So here we have Bruce's framework for $5K a month, MRR, monthly recurring revenue. His target audience. He's not targeting everybody. He doesn't want anyone who's making under 100K because they can't afford his prices. I repeat, this is for Bruce. Everyone's formula isn't the same. You have to make $100 to $500K to work with Bruce for this. $500 a month is a no-brainer. We want a quick sale, quick turnaround. We want it to be a no-brainer, like, wow. All right. Now, Bruce, what would you be helping them with in their business/communities?
I help them make sales simple. So there's two things. We help them to turn more conversations into clients through training. And then the second half is setting up tools like sales CRM, et cetera, so they don't miss opportunities, those little things.
All right, Bruce, I love this. So me as a high-level executive business owner, I did that. I does that. I know that I don't want to set up anything. So, Bruce,
Exactly.
what I'm going to tell you to do is you're going to have you setting up tools for your clients be amongst one of the first things you say. So, Bruce, how would you convey that to the client?
I'd say simple. Hey, Dre, if I can help you get more value into your community and more money out of community without spending any extra time, can we talk?
I would say yes, Bruce, but tell me exactly what you could alleviate off my plate.
I'm going to set up. Well, right now, Dre, how many people are you talking to and trying to sell this community? Are you doing one-on-ones?
I want to get 20 people in a month.
And how are you doing that currently?
YouTube videos.
Okay. So if you produce more YouTube videos, would you get more community members?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's really easy to help you with. Yeah, we're going to set up where you can just spend an hour, 2 hours a month, but we're going to produce 30 to 50 videos for you and the captions as well. So we're driving traffic to your community. Easy.
So all I have to do is hit record and you guys do the rest?
Yep. Not only will we help you with what to say, we're going to take care of editing and chopping it up so you don't have to worry about none of that.
How much is the service?
It's just $1,500 a month.
I like it. Let's give it a try.
All right, let's do it.
Why is this a no-brainer to me?
Because you get more money with less time. That just makes sense. That's good math. You
I get more money with less time. And how much am I currently charging? Again, it goes up after today, the board member summit. How much am I charging to work with me a month?
$1,500 a month. So one client pays for it. That's a no-brainer.
One client pays for that. Mm-hmm. So I know So Bruce told me exactly what he does. He told me not what he can do for me per se, but what I don't have to do for myself. I want everyone to just take this in. If you're selling to a high-level person, we don't want to do more stuff. He knew my pain point was doing too much myself. He'll help me alleviate that instant. This makes sense. You have to know who you're talking to. You want to build an online MRR business. Who are you talking to? Now, let's say that I'm pitching my notary community, which everyone needs to be in my community. I'm going to let you in today for $125 a month. Type in the chat $125 a month if you want to join. Everyone needs to be in there, so I don't even know it. It's a no-brainer. $125 a month to join my notary community. Let's go. I'm going to have a different system, all right? So I'm going to say, so this is for people who need to make an extra $2 to $12K a month. Whether they need to or want to, whatever, doesn't matter to me. I'm here to tell them how I can help them get the $2,000 to $12,000 extra a month while working a full-time job. Now, Dre, why 15? Well, some people make 15, but most people are between 2 and 12. Some people make 40. 2 and 12. It's a number you can remember. It's something that sticks. My target audience, someone who has a job, probably wants to make money outside of their job, part-time business owner for now. Or it might be a husband who has a wife who needs to start making money. She's bored. How do we get her going? All right. Husband for wife. So I'm not talking to them about my real estate. I'm talking to them about how I can help them get $2,000 to $12,000 a month. So what am I going to say? I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm saying, look, for people who enroll with us, the majority of the people are around that $2 to $12K a month. Most people are around that $4,000 to $6,000 a month range. You take it even semi-seriously. You can easily do this on I'm not sharing my screen. You can easily do this on a part-time basis. Here we go. You can simply do this on a part-time basis, even if you have a job, but you got to follow this formula. You have to be amongst the highest price. If you guys see a theme here, my goal is to get people to be amongst the highest price. Why? It takes too fucking long to make money when you're the cheapest. Does anybody not believe me? It takes too fucking long to make money when you're the cheapest. I see people, Dre, I'm new, I don't know yet. Whatever you are doing, you are probably doing it too cheap. Then you get bad customers, you get burned out, you get frustrated. Then you see people who aren't even as good as you charging more money and crushing it. They have a higher belief system. They might be better at marketing. They might just have more of it. Whatever it is, I want you to get out of the fact that you feel you have to be the cheapest. It takes too long. All right, so if I'm selling my notary business, my notary teachings, you have a job, cool. Part-time business owner, cool. Husband buys for wife, cool. You got to be amongst the highest prices. And I'm going to show you this. If their goal is, let's just stick with $5K a month. $5K a month. My goal is for people to leave the house for a minimum of $175 an appointment. Some people don't listen. Some people go over that. Let's say $175. So $175 times 5 times 8 appointments a week. Bruce, how much is that math-wise? 175 times 8. Questions in the chat, type in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah, 1,400.
1,500?
1,400.
40, okay, $1,400 a week. How long does each appointment take? A long appointment is an hour, probably take between 10 minutes to 60 minutes.
And that's including driving or?
It could shift driving. It could shift a little bit driving depending on how far they go. Some people only go 20 minutes away. Some people will drive an hour. But actual work time between 10 and 60 minutes. So if you have a full-time job, Bruce, you do, could you fit in 8, 10 to 60-minute appointments a week with a notary business?
Yeah, just probably schedule them after 3 and maybe a couple weekends. Yeah.
There we go. So 8 appointments, that's 1 and change a day numerically. 1 a day, basically. 1 a day, twice, do 2 on Sunday. So I say, if you follow my pricing model here, if you could commit to working after work, just 1 appointment a day, basically, and 1 or maybe 2 on weekends, you can make an extra $1,400 a week. 1,400 times 4, Bruce, equals $5,600 a month. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Yep, all good. $5,600 a month.
$5,600 a month. That's where we're at with our boring needs-based notary business. So if I'm selling you, I'm going to give you these exact numbers, give you the exact price point, and tell you exactly what you have to do. What did I just do? I gave you clarity. I gave you honesty. I gave you a plan of action. I gave that to you for free. Then I'm going to ask you to buy from me. I don't do sales calls like that. I just think I'm too direct. And I think I can get my point across via a video to reach 10 or 100 people rather than just 1 at a time. Now, I'm not saying it's the best form in the world, but me getting on the phone with people, I'm just too direct. It's not my cup of tea, not my forte. So with me giving you, if the goal is $5K a month, with me giving you this simple formula, I gave you what I feel you need to make an informed decision if you want to hire me to work with me for one-on-one coaching for $1,500 a month or the community for $125 a month. You pick. Whenever you are talking to people, you need that directness, that you pay me, this is what you get, this is when you see me, this is how much it costs. The internet is busy. There's a lot of people on here. the more precise you can be, the more nicks down you can be, the more money you will make. Bruce, thoughts on what I just said?
Hey, you say clarity. That's a big one. People need help making a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hopefully that decision is to work with us.
Yep.
What was the other words you used?
Next.
You got to talk to them. And I think you did that really well.
Them.
You said, hey, they've got a job, right? So you don't have extra time or a lot of extra time. You need flexibility. You talk to them. And those are things all of you can do. You don't need to go to school for that. You don't need to be an extrovert for that. And there's some confidence in that clarity. If you show someone a path, you say, look, 8 appointments, average this amount, you can make about $1,400 a week, right? And you give them the time. You didn't tell them it's going to take an hour or a week. You say, hey, it's going to be a couple hours, but here's the payoff. And so people can have confidence in that. So you just got to figure out what that looks like in your business, your listener. How do I clearly show people so they can be confident that I'm the right decision to work with?
Whew. So let's say, give me an industry, Bruce, of someone looking to build an online community, and I'm going to build out that framework for them. Go.
Let's use. I'm trying to think of an actual client I'm working on. Oh, let's use our buddy Mike.
Home inspector.
Yeah. Let's use home inspector. Yeah.
All right. So if Mike was there, what's up, Mike? He's probably at his daughter's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
If I was working with Mike as a one-on-one client, and again, I want everyone to buy my one-on-one coaching, and it's $1,500 a month today, $3,500 for 3 months. You need to work with me because I know what I'm doing, right? See what I just did, Bruce? I shamelessly plugged myself.
Absolutely. And you didn't say maybe or I hope to. You said I can because I know what I'm doing. And you do.
I got numbers.
It's confidence, people.
I got numbers. People do not want to buy from the humble person. People do not want to buy from the humble person. Write this down. People do not want to buy from the humble person. You need to tell people how great you are. I showed you $800,000 in sales. Is that not great? I digress. Home inspector, brother Mike. All right. If I was Mike, I would automatically go a minimum $1,500. Minimum. Anything under that is crazy because this industry makes too much money. He makes $25,000 this month. I would also use that. Why? Your numbers are your marketing. So if you guys relate here, Mike is a home inspector. He can't speak. He's a friend of mine. He did $25K this month, and he still might get some orders in tomorrow. So if he charges you $1,500 to work with him, and he's doing 20, let's even say he does 15 some month, between 15 and 25. This 1,500 becomes a no-brainer because of what he does. But it's still enough of a price to charge so you get a serious student. If I was Mike, I would do 3-month cohorts or accelerator, call it what you want. Here's why I like the 3-month, 60-day time frame, not lifetime access, come in when you want. You get a more serious student. I like serious people because I'm a serious guy. Even though I'm already paid, you might say, Dre, well, I already paid you. Why do you care? It's just more fun. I can just go do other stuff. This has to be somewhat fun. I don't gotta love every second of it, but it's just more fun with more serious people. So if I'm Mike, I would say do 3-month, minimum 1,500. I really want to say 2K. You know what? 2K. He's going to meet with people 3 times a month. Let's just say he does Wednesdays at 7 p.m. It might be an hour. It might be 2. Mike's a talker, so he can go for 2 hours. And my goal would be to get 15 people in the first one. All right. What's 15 times 2,000, brother Bruce? 15 times 2,000. 15 people times 2,000. Bruce, drop down. No, you're here. I don't hear you.
Oh, there we go. 30,000. Yeah. I mean, that's
30,000.
a part-time job, but just a couple of hours
that's
a week.
Really good part-time job. So 30,000. So $2,000 per person, 15 people, 30,000 people for a 3-month cohort. I would take that any day of the week, because if you're making 25, even if I can get 1/4 of what you're doing, that's 5, 6 a month. I call that a safe investment. You ask how to find mentors. Is this person a safe bet?
Yeah. One more thing that you mentioned, you cooking, but I think there's someone that's like, well, how can I charge them $2,000? You know, what am I giving them for that $1,500? What am I giving for that $2,000? You notice he said meet with them 3 times a month.
Yeah,
this isn't daily calls.
No,
you have to write a book, build a course, go to their house. People are paying for results. They're not paying you for your time. Well, not the good clients. They said, if you can help me make $25,000 a month, I will happily give you $2,000. That makes sense.
Bingo.
And in fact, if you could teach me how to make $2,000 a month, I would actually still give you $2,000, because guess what? I can do it again next month and next month and next month.
Still a win. It's still a win. All right. So again, I'm helping Mike build out his program today. $25,000 a month. I will use this as a marketing tool. I say, hey guys, this will make $25,000. And honestly, that might not be every month, but my low end, I'm assuming, is $15K. But how about on a low end for me is $15K a month? Now, what are you making at your job? Do you feel that you need to get a PhD or a master's degree for you to make more money in your field? I'm showing how to do that with a program that's under a year to get licensed and educated, where you can start making this kind of money in 1/4 or 1/5 or 1/6 of the time. Right? I would pretty that up, but we would work with that number. Why? Because it's true. It's true. And it's exciting enough. You think you have to be the best in the world at what you do. You just have to be true and honest. And I actually think this. I think there are some people who don't want to buy from someone doing $200K a month because it just seems too far out. But someone making 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, well, okay, it's more obtainable for them. It's weird. They don't want to buy from someone super successful, air quotes, but somebody with moderate success, it seems more obtainable. So $25,000 a month would be my tagline. How to make between $15,000 to $25,000 a month as a home inspector. 3-month cohort, meet Wednesdays, 7 p.m., charge $2K. This is for the first one. This price will probably increase sooner than later because it's fire. 3 times a month, $30K. Now, how would I get students? How would I get clients? How would you get customers? YouTube. This shit is free. I would do cell phone videos from the job. Cell phone videos from the job. I would do once or twice a week. It could be in home, but in studio, kind of laid out videos, in studio videos. I would go on a podcast run. If I have to pay for it, I'll pay to go on podcast. If you want to get on mine, in studio with $17.50, hit me up, $17.50 to get on mine. Podcast run, IG Reels. This should do it. This is how you would find, if I was Mike, this is how I would find my 30 people to pay me. YouTube, my own channel, cell phone, videos from the job. So, hey guys, I'm heading to this job in Jersey. This assignment's paying me, let's say, $1,000. Let's show you guys the inside of the house. Let's show you guys what I make per hour. Let's break it down for you. Hey, I have a cohort coming up, starts July 4th. Only $2,000 for the first 30 people. Link below to join me. I would have a pitch for every video. Hold on a second.
While he's doing that, I want you to, if you go look at Mike's page, he's doing part of this. He's posting 1 or 2 videos. They're on the job. He's in action, but there's no call to action. There's no next step. There's nothing to buy from him. So how much can you make if you don't have an offer? Not a trick question. The answer is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So doing what he's already doing, he can add potentially 10,000 to, what do we come up with, 30,000 to his revenue just by having an offer. Now, what does that mean for you? Make an offer. I don't know if anyone's going to buy it. Well, they can't buy it. It doesn't exist.
Make an offer. All right. So here we have it. YouTube, cell phone videos from the workforce. What are you getting? Credibility. You're getting content, marketing, double marketing. You're getting paid to do the job. You're getting paid to promote. 1 or 2 in-student videos a month. Podcast run here. So this is for the first course. Second one would be heavy. So once you get students who are winning, heavy testimonials. Do you hire actors? No, you don't have to. You never have to lie to sell. Remember what I told you guys this before. You never have to lie to sell. His number is 25 a month. Yours might be 5. Use 5. Heavy testimonials. What does that do? Proof of concept. It makes it relatable. She did this, so can I. Incorporate that into my marketing for the next go around. You want to really win? Add this. In-person event. So now after he has 2 down, let's say he has 60 students, not everyone's going to follow through. You can't, it's out of your control. In-person event. It might be 10 people or so. Here's what I've learned, Bruce. People want to buy from fun people. People want to see, okay, they're doing good, but oh wow, they have fun. Huh. They don't, and people won't. This is a subconscious psychological fact. People want to buy from fun people. Oh, they're cool, they're fun, they drink, they dance. Oh wow, you're so cool. People want to buy from fun people. So once a month, I would pay for it, get a sponsor to pay for it, whatever. Happy hour, open bar for an hour, some hors d'oeuvres. Let's say the whole thing cost you $3K. Well, you made $60K, so you can afford to spend. Remember, cheap people don't win. Recap. So if I was working with Mike, this is what I would do. I would use this as a tagline. 15,000 to 25,000. 3-month cohort, $2K. We meet 3 times a month on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Try to keep the classes the same time every week if possible. Easy for people to remember and to build out their life around it. If you got to change it up, change it up. It is what it is, but try to keep it the same. Our number is just 15 people per cohort. YouTube, we're going to go hard on our own YouTube channel. We're going to use cell phone videos from the job site. We're going to talk about how much we make at each job. If it's 800, if it's 1,000. He said his highest paying job this month was 1,800. We're using real numbers. In studio, professional video setup, podcast, either at your crib or a studio. Podcast run. Pay to get on podcast. Pay to get on mine. $17.50. Plug. IG Reels, I would have an editor do that. This is how I'm going to get my people. Heavy testimonials from round 2 because now you have proof of concept. People should be making money by now. Great. You're going to use those testimonials to bring in new people. You're going to have an event. People like fun. Have a videographer. You know what? Have 3 videographers. Cell phone, professional camera. Show people that you're fun, that your community has fun, that you meet in person. It's not just online. People fiend for community. I repeat. People fiend for community. How do I know that? Because I have community. I just showed you guys $800,000. People love community. That's why they go to church. Church is online, but they go because they want to be in a community. You do this, you win. Follow this formula. Bruce, questions, comments, floor is yours.
Listen, I believe if you all are smart enough to click on this video, live or recording, and watch it on in your own time, I believe you could figure all of this out. I believe with the technology we have available, there's tens of thousands of hours uploaded to YouTube every minute. With artificial intelligence, you could figure this out. Or don't figure it out. Hire someone that's already figured out. Hire someone like Dre who's going to help you build a business that works even when you're not working. That helps you make more in less time. And save yourself some time, energy, and effort. I think if you're really smart, you'll do it the easy way, not the hard way.
That will conclude our Boring Business Summit. Thank you, Bruce. How do people find you, Brother Bruce?
And I'm easy to find. AskingBetterQuestions.com. Listen, I make sales simple. I teach you to ask better questions. Help you grow your business. I teach you to ask better questions. So if you want to find me, Just type in askingbetterquestions.com.
As I said before, my goal is for you to hire me. My goal is for you to work with me, and my goal is for me to show you exactly how I can help you. You see what I just did? Honesty, clarity, sales up front. No tricky, no, I'm a humanitarian. I don't, no. Money. The link will be below in the chat to work with me one-on-one. The price goes up tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this BoringBiz Summit Part 2. Look out for Part 3. Thank you to our sponsors for having it. See you guys soon, Brother Dre. Peace.